gonna stick up my phone and put it on live on Instagram or something.
It's live right now. So.
Can I go live with you on Instagram?
Yeah.
How do I do that?
Go to Instagram. I think there's a camera or something. I'm not positive. Is that thing right up there? And then there should be a live button.
Yeah.
There you fucking go, man.
Yeah, let's set this up. Shit. I'm still on this like that. Oh, that's not gonna work.
What do you need?
Like, just a spot to put this thing. There we go.
I don't know if it'll lean. Let's put something in front of it that'll hold it.
Oh, no, it's gotta pop out on the back.
We got 4 people watching on it.
I was sharing it and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Richard, he needs the address.
Yeah, I sent it to him.
Not one person.
That's so funny.
That's awesome how they do that.
That's me playing drums right now. I used to be in a rock band. I got an electronic drum set in the back. He's on his way. Alright.
How late do you usually go till?
Huh?
I know you got a couple guests. Do you usually go till like 11?
No, I only go until like 10 o'clock, like 10 past. It depends on, like, if people start dying down at the end, I just end it, say my goodbyes, talk about events coming up, and that's about it.
Favorite win. It was just so loud. And
I do apologize to the commission after that. Ready? Good. Welcome to the room, people. New England. Here with Billy Goff. Coach Dexter here out of Dexter's MMA. Billy's on the show today to talk a little bit about his career, his wins, what's next for him. A couple of situations he's been in the fight game in the last couple of weeks or so. But Billy reached out to me. I've interviewed Billy a couple of times, I think, about your past fights. Fought for Cage Titans twice, fought for Reality twice, and are the current amateur champion, I think, for Cage Titans. Not Cage Titans, for Premier FC, right?
well, actually, vacated.
Vacated.
Was, yes.
Forcibly vacated. We'll talk about that. But let me just share a couple of things, and we'll talk to Billy about what's been going on, because your last fight was for Cage Titans. You fought for Cage Titans twice, and your only 2 losses are with Cage Titans. Is that a promotion that you might want to stay away from for a little while? Or what?
I mean, it's a great promotion. They have great T-shirts they give. I've had a bad string of luck.
With that.
And it stinks because they never change the venue, so it's the same spot every time.
Well, they went to that bowling alley one time. You should have tried to get on that. They went to that Pins or whatever, that smaller place. But that you had your your amateur debut for them, correct? You fought Deanne Rubio, who just announced or was announced that he's on the Cage Titans card on November 3rd. You were actually winning that fight, kind of in the first round, in the exchanges, basically on the feet.
In my opinion, I believe I was winning the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he kept going for that guillotine over and over. He must have tried that 10 times, and he got it. And hats off to him. Like I didn't even know I was going out. Like,
it was the end of the second. Was the end of the second round that it happened, or was the end of the?
It was within the last 5 seconds because I heard the clicker and I was like, all right, I'm fine. And out of nowhere, I'm just wake up after the bell and I'm like, what happened? And he put me out. So
now in that second round, were you in control on that second round, and then it got reversed or something, or he caught you in something?
I just kept taking him down and kept taking him down, and he kept going for my neck, and we knew that was gonna be something I have to work on because as a wrestler, you stick your neck out, so you're more susceptible to guillotines. But he kept trying it every time, and I kept trying to defend it because you go cross-eyed, but he was up on the cage and he had it. So. Yeah.
Now, you talk about wrestling. He's kind of got a wrestling background, too. Did you feel that in the fight between him, or was it more jiu-jitsu you could feel from him?
He's definitely has a contorted version of wrestling. Like his jiu-jitsu and his wrestling are mixed very well. I would say he has more jiu-jitsu from just the way he moves. Yeah. Just like from grappling on the ground, he's more willing to go to his back to grapple.
Well, Coach Dexter, what happened in that fight? You were winning that fight, as you know. He's saying, and then like the last what, 25 seconds or so of that second round.
The clacker had gone off.
Yeah.
I had grabbed the bucket, and I was ready to go in.
Yeah.
He did the right thing. He scooped both legs as soon as he grabbed. When we're mid takedown, pulls him down the cage. If they go for that neck, hug those legs and get yourself cross-side.
Yeah.
And I think he heard the clacker as well, and just kind of relaxed for the last 10 seconds. Rather than lifting the legs and keeping your neck drawn and flexed, we relaxed a little, knowing, all right, there's only 10 seconds.
Yeah.
He's not, and that little relaxation, and he's trying to finish this fight because he knows you got to start on your feet with us again.
Yeah,
and we're banging you out.
Yeah.
And we're going to take you down. And he's going to end up trying guillotines again for the whole third round. And so he's putting everything he did. He put everything into that last 10 seconds, just like I would hope he would do if that were us.
Yeah.
And
he had
I had no idea. The bell rang, and the ref just kind of looks over, and he's out.
Yeah, like no one knew. Kind of, you were out.
The ref didn't even know.
Yeah,
until
you were like in that same like a turtle position or something. Where like what kind of like just stuck there, kind of.
You could watch. There's a video from the top where I was sitting there, and then you could just see me go limp on top of him, and nobody know. And then after the bell, he kind of let go, but he couldn't get off. He couldn't get me off of him because I was passed out.
Yeah.
So. It was I didn't even realize. It took me a second when I woke up. The ref was in front of me. I was just like
what?
I was like, shit.
Did I win?
Because my other corner told me. I was standing up. I was walking up the stairs, and they said, "Oh, he's out."
That's it.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Same exact thing happened in my last fight.
The last fight for Cage Titans
right
again.
At the end of the first round.
Exactly. Like
the bell
you
rang.
were actually still kind of coherent, but Steve. I don't know if it was Steve Rita who was in there. It was the ref, and maybe your eyes were still up in your head or something.
I like him as a ref.
Yeah.
I do. I like him as a glove guy. I like him all around.
Yeah.
I would have called that fight.
Yeah.
Let me do that. That bell rang. I get my minute with my fighter.
Okay.
I should.
Is that the way
Of course, the bell rang. He's not out.
Okay.
So it's like if you clipped him at the end of the round.
Yeah.
And he's wobbling. If he didn't go out, I'm going to put my fighter on the school. Now, I'm going to tell you, I would have called that fight.
Yeah.
Because he's up, and I would have sat him down, and there's no way he went out.
What's the telltale sign that you see in him that he can't continue? Like, what would you see in him that you were like, all right,
me
I
personally
this. Yeah.
This is my fighter.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I'm with him every
you
day,
see it
and we are. I don't have the kind of school where kind of guys come and go.
Yeah.
I have a small school. I got maybe 10 fighters, active fighters, and we do everything together.
So you're close knit.
Yep. And I absolutely would have, when I sat him down there, if within 10, 15 seconds he wasn't snapped to and I'm good, I'm going to call that.
Yeah.
But I should have been able to call that rather than the ref call it. I like him as a ref.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
I think he does a great job.
Yeah, Steve,
he lets fights go
exactly,
when they
I was
should.
just going to say that. Because he lets them go.
He's intelligent,
and
he's been in this area a long time.
Yeah.
He knows this guy can take a little more
Yeah.
here, and his cardio is okay.
Mhm.
He's aware of whose cardio is not good, and
Yeah,
so I like him.
He didn't even call it until because when I stood up, I kind of shot for a double leg, kind of. I kind of just pushed into him.
Muhammad
Nice.
Hadithi saying hi to you.
Nice.
I'm glad you can hear me out there. Every
Yeah.
time I start a podcast, I'm afraid my audio's not going to be on and stuff like
And then
that.
you go
So
10 minutes.
I'm like, oh shit, or there's echo in it. Is there any echoing out there? Do I look like a Godzilla movie?
But I don't think it got called until he saw me stumbling, and I didn't even realize where
Yeah.
I was until I hit the cage, and I was like,
I was rooting for you. Like I knew you were going against a jiu-jitsu, a Brazilian, black belt or whatever. So I'm like, when you got at the end of it, at the end, I'm like, all right, just let him get his bearings back, and he'll come out and be back on his feet. And I was like, shit, the fight's over.
that was 100% my fault though, because I threw a light front lead kick, and that's why he took me down. And then he got a darce, and I defended that. And he threw on an arm bar, pulled my arm out, and I ended up in his guard, and his legs were open. I could feel it was open, and I hear my coach yell, "Get up," which I should have done in the first place because he was going to be super tired.
Were you trying to pound him or something? Or
I started backing out, and all I could think about was I was just looking at his face, and I just wanted to hit him. And so then I went in, and that's my fault.
That's part of the Army game, correct?
And our plan was to back out.
Yes.
So, but I like Mike, and it's good that Muhammad's on here too, because I've had guys fight for Muhammad in his Muay Thai league.
Okay.
And we go up. Sometimes we'll go up. I'll call him, or he's got people coming down, and we'll drive all the way up there just to spar with them sometimes because they have great guys up there.
Definitely.
But even he knows when I call for my amateur guys, who do you have that no one else will fight? That's who I have to fight those guys.
Yeah.
I never ever want one of my fighters to be in a pro fight and say, holy shit, I've never seen that before.
Exactly.
I've never been in that situation before. My fighters will never say that as a pro. And that's why I like Mike. I call him, who do you have that no one else will fight? Has anyone pulled out of fights because of, and that's how we got this. Listen, I can't find a fight for this guy. He only had, I think he only had 1 or 2 fights.
Yeah,
but he's been all over. His jiu-jitsu is top of the line, and nobody wants to fight him. Perfect.
There you go.
There we go. When are we going to get to see a chance like that as a pro, a guy who's just raw jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
Can we beat that? Okay, we can out-wrestle him. Maybe we can out-strike him. But can we defend that? And nope.
So
we got caught there.
You went to the drawing board. You worked on some stuff after that fight, right?
I need amateur fights to teach me how to be a better coach to each of my fighters.
How long have you been coaching? Did you fight yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
My first fight was 98 in Lee Summit, Missouri.
All right.
Kansas City Cage Rage.
Well, you traveled out? Where are you from?
Yeah. I'm from California originally.
Okay.
But I ended up out here, and then I started fighting for my first fight out here was, I think, Kip.
Oh, okay.
Back when Kip, he used to have Mass Destruction and Reality. It was like 2001, 2002, something like that, maybe even before that. But I had I won his first heavyweight title. Like they gave, Sean Gannon was fighting at the time.
Okay.
And they gave Gannon the title and he had, after just a fight, he had won a bunch of fights, and they gave him the title. But I was the first one that actually won that title because I beat him.
Okay. So you actually took the title from him.
Yep.
The given title to him, you took.
Right. Listen, not that he didn't deserve that title.
I understand. Yeah.
Because he
could win now and something, right?
Yeah.
He's always training. Always. I think where is he at? Redline. In and out of Redline. He's all over the place.
I hit that guy
Yeah.
harder than I've hit anybody, and he just he didn't care.
Yeah.
That's a tough dude.
Nice guy
He
too.
popped the tip off of my clavicle.
Yeah.
In a fight, in that fight, I belly to bellied him through him, and he put a Kimura on me, and I didn't know anything about Kimura. I can wrestle. So, and if you watch that fight, when he got up to the side, the thing just snapped. Like the ref should have stopped.
Yeah.
But he didn't really see it.
Yeah.
And it pulled over, and I was able to kind of get it down.
Frank Mir.
And I
He did a Frank Mir on you.
I went made it into the next round. But what's great is, so they hand me the belt, and I got a belt, and I just started Center Fight Wear right then,
all right,
a couple months before.
Oh, so you want is that a clothing line?
Yep.
All right, we'll talk about that too, guys.
So Josh and I, we started together. We trained together. So Josh handed me one of my T-shirts to throw out, and it was broken. So I grabbed it and I went to throw it, and it landed on the top rope. I feel like such an asshole. I had to hand him the belt and throw it out with the good
arms like this.
Yeah, but I fought for a long time.
Excellent. When did you actually open the gym and decide to give your knowledge to these kids?
So the last time I fought a tournament fight, like one of the last tournaments you were allowed to fight before they really made them. I think it was in 05. So you had to fight 3 times in one night. So you know how they fight in broken hands, broken this, broken that. Turn 2, 2005, 2006. I'm a full-blown drug addict.
No shit. Oh, from all the broken bones and all that.
So
shit.
I am living on OxyContin.
Yeah.
And it gets to a point where that's my life now.
Yeah.
I am just a drug addict.
Yeah.
So cleaned up, and I'm beat up now. But it just kind of turned my life around.
Yeah.
I cleaned myself up and opened up a gym, and here we are.
And
It's
now,
been 10 years. We just had our 10-year anniversary this
excellent.
year. We've been open 10 years.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah. So I am 11 years sober.
Excellent.
Completely.
Hey, great job, man. Great job. Now, as far as how long has this kid been with you? How old are you?
I'm 20.
Oh my fucking holy shit, you're a kid. Friggin' dog. Oh my god. All right. So how long you been with
So
him?
he came to me once when he was
12.
13,
Yeah.
12, 13, and stayed for a while and trained and just school and wrestling, everything got in the way. And then right when he graduated, he came back. I've had him a year.
It'll be 2 years in February of 2019.
Excellent.
3 years. Yeah.
Excellent. Great. So what do you see in this kid? Like, you see that he has to fight the animals to get, but
Yes.
every fight you have is a finish, basically, right? Every one of your wins is
I've
a
had
finish?
one decision.
One decision.
Yes, one decision. All the other ones have been finished. Either I get finished or
Exactly, and the people that have finished you are the jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
wrestlers,
Yep.
guys that don't. When you fight a banger, you basically you kind of win that part of the game.
Yeah.
And what do you contribute the boxing to? Because you grew up kind of in the wrestling game, right?
I've wrestled since I was 8, and I think that's the biggest help I've ever for this. But the boxing, I've done it here and there, but my first time really getting hands was when I was with him. I remember the
Getting
main
hands,
thing I
love
can
it.
remember from him is for the longest time I only had MMA gloves, and I wanted to move around. I was like, "Can I move around with my MMA gloves?" He was like, "If I can put them on too." And I was like, "Oh, never mind."
yeah.
So and then then I did boxing at New London and everything, and every once in a while. But then I really didn't know much coming back.
Yeah.
So everything was from a couple
Excellent.
years.
Do you ever cross train at all? Do you ever go to any other gyms to get work for these guys, or you basically just stay?
So my main background, I started doing Muay Thai when I was 13. Jasper Kasamui in Ventura,
California.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But mostly wrestling.
Okay.
I did judo and all that, but now, yes,
Eric
we
Paulson
go to
Eric Paulson kind of. Well, that's catch wrestling. Was that one of your
Right.
guys that you at all or different?
No. So all through high school, from 13 all the way through, we did Muay Thai, but it was very traditional, and it was a lot of stuff that would just get us taken down. Now, you know what I mean? So what I feel the benefit for me is having done a little bit of a lot of martial arts.
Yeah.
That we don't do straight up Muay Thai. If our stance has changed, our wrestling, there's no wrestling in what, you know what I mean? Our wrestling, we are a true MMA
Yeah,
team.
it's all.
So we don't have
that.
Muay Thai class. We don't have jiu-jitsu
I
class.
see what you mean. Yeah.
We don't have a wrestling class. We
Yeah.
have both
Pure MMA.
Yep.
So you're breeding these kids right
The parts of
they're
wrestling
learning
that
everything
are gonna, get
at
you
once.
kneed in the face or
Yeah,
taken
yeah.
out in shots. Things like that.
Yeah.
But
Now,
we go up to, like I said, we'll go up to Muhammad. We'll
Okay,
go up
yeah,
and
like you
strike
said,
with his
yeah.
guys. We go to Kip's a lot, or he'll
cool.
bring guys up to us.
Excellent.
Um,
Yeah, and Kip knows everyone. He's
yeah.
trained with everybody.
And we go to Stacy's up at CT Combat.
Okay.
And she's got a lot of really good Muay Thai fighters there.
Great.
So, do you know Stacy?
No.
Stacey Scapation?
No. I might know her by
Yeah.
name on Facebook and stuff like that.
So
but
she was. So there's the Cage is up there.
I remember the
And
cage. Yeah.
CT Combat, and who was when Nuri was around here? We used to go up to, what was his name? Lee was his last name.
Who?
No, I said Bruce
I
Lee.
can't think of.
From
But yeah,
what-
so we'll travel anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
To get the work. Well,
Yep.
you'll fight anyone, and you'll travel anywhere.
Yeah. Anyone that's listen.
Yep.
I don't. It's awesome, but I'm never gonna not fight you because we train together, and I let people know that right away.
Yeah.
If you are the right opportunity for my fighter,
Exactly.
we'll fight. You're
Yeah.
not gonna. We're not gonna learn anything secret, and because we come and spar with you.
Yeah.
Listen, we throw hands like you throw hands.
Yeah.
If you're better than us, you're gonna win. So
I love the attitude.
yeah.
I love
So
it.
I want to train with everybody, but there are people that says, well, we won't fight you if we do that.
I
So those
understand.
people we don't train.
Yeah, I
with.
understand.
Yeah.
I understand. So
Yeah.
you want them fight, so you don't train with them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so let's get to you and what's going on in your career.
Yeah.
You fight basically 170, but you fought a couple of times at 155.
So I have 3 fights at 70 and 2 fights at 55, and the Dion fight was at 60.
160, a catchweight
Yeah.
in between there.
So
What's your ideal? Where do you want to be? I'm gonna go to 155 when I turn pro. Like, what's your deal?
I like doing them all,
Yeah.
but once I gotta pick one of them, and just get to it. Because if I go to 55, I gotta get a little smaller.
Somebody
gotta
doesn't
get-
like the.
I know when you walked in, I'm like, how much? I'm like, when you walked in, I'm like, this kid fights a welterweight and made lightweight. I said, you look fucking how much you weigh? And you told me, I'm like, yeah, you look like you're kind of like beefy. So it's good.
No, weight cut to 55 sucks. I've made both times 154. Like I get down, it's terrible. So I just want to make it easier on myself if I do go down. But I also I like 170. I think there's a kind of fight or flight mode when I go down to 55 because my body's so shocked. So
Yeah.
I'm just like amped and ready to go.
Yeah.
But that's just a matter of.
Do you feel? Well, I would imagine you feel healthier at 170, as far as like
The
you
day
know,
before,
you feel-
yes.
Yeah. But you feel lighter at 155, a
Yeah,
little more
I have-
finesse-ier, a little more.
I have a
you know,
huge advantage at 55,
Yeah.
just with strength wise.
because you're kind of a big dude.
Yeah.
You cut, you know.
Like I'm an average size 70. And
Yeah.
I'm a big 155.
155. There's
so,
a lot of big 155s. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
cutting down to 155.
So
you know?
when they make that 160 or 165 division, it's gonna really change.
That's a
things.
possibility. There's talk and all this other stuff, but you still have the catch weights around here.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get 160 catch weights in pro and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So you can test the waters and find a home for you. You're fucking 20 years
Yeah,
old, man.
I got
So
20 years at least.
yeah, fuck yeah. The way shit's going, you might have 25 with
Yeah.
the way the MMA is going and shit.
Yeah.
So let's talk about as far as your career and what's next and what's happened, because you came off that fight for Cage Titans with the loss, but you have had or have a title with not Cage Titans, Premier.
Yep.
That you won the 155-pound title against Chris. I can't think of his last name.
Thomas.
Niemann, who just won a title for Cage Wars
Nice.
in New York.
I didn't know that.
Just went
Nice.
there and won
That's
a
a
title
tough
for
kid.
them.
That kid.
Yeah,
is
He is. That was a great fight.
That was-
I knew going in because I know him from the Team Link side, and I know you from watching you and interviewing.
Yeah.
It was going to be a bang session.
Yeah.
I would have thought he would try to shoot on you more, which, because coming from Team Link, there's a lot of jiu-jitsu coming out of there.
Yeah.
Great strikers also, but it's a big jiu-jitsu school over there. And you put a hurt on that kid.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great. It was a great scrap
Yeah.
back and forth, but yeah, you kept getting him. There was a couple of reversals here and there, but on your feet,
Yeah.
you
No,
really
it was
laid him up.
I like just standing there and hitting each
Yeah.
other, but at the same time, it's not smart.
No, I know.
Slip out
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah.
But that was a great fight. I felt great, and hats off to him because he put that was a hell of a fight. He hits
Yeah.
hard.
And he's tough. He-
Yeah, he's a tough
And
kid.
he just came off a win. He
Yeah.
just beat the guy from my school that.
Chris had.
Yeah, he
Okay.
just beat another one of my fighters that
All right.
beats us all up at practice.
Okay,
Like the kid that runs through us all at practice,
All right.
he just
Phenomenal
beat.
hands.
so you
Yeah.
knew you were going against.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
Was
again
this like a
why-
redemption?
Why we wanted him.
Well, a kind of redemption. Well, it was put. The title fight was
I
put on by
definitely
Darren.
wanted to beat him
I see.
because
Yeah.
he beat my teammate, but it wasn't super personal because it's people fight. It's,
I understand.
This is showing up. I enjoy this. This isn't personal. I'm not gonna get mad at you.
You bust your training partner's balls at all, saying, "I
Oh,
took him
oh,
out."
yeah,
your ass
but-
kicked.
But at the same time, they always tell me I got put to sleep. Twice.
Yeah,
So
actually,
it's back
everyone
and
humbles
forth.
everybody
Yeah.
in there. That's a good thing, though. Really good. So, all right. So, all these events coming up.
Mm.
You fought for three organizations, twice each one. We stay away from Cage Titans right now. Not really. I don't care. That's his next fight right now.
I love Mike. I do. I like
no,
him
Mike's,
a lot.
Mike's got a great show coming on.
Yeah.
He's, he puts. In my eyes, Mike puts on the best, like the most entertaining fight card on a small scale like that.
Mm-hmm.
He makes that card seem like it's something enormous. You know what I mean? As far as the atmosphere and everything, that's like a mini UFC, mini Bellator show
and
to
the
me.
detail stuff.
Yes.
The backstage, the way where just the fighters are warming up, the way that is set up is like top of the line. Like it is really, he goes above and beyond. He has to put so much money into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't make much. He makes enough maybe to go on vacation. You know what I mean? To
But
relax, and
he puts on
he gets back in time to get the next show going.
The shirts he give out I love those.
Some of the best shirts he gives out.
Like fighters, it says Cage Titans and has all the the sponsors and has the fighter on the back. And the last one was the blue red corners.
The sponsors of Cage Titans, like all his.
They're nice
so he gives all the shirts to.
And when you go back, there's a poster of you on your chair.
Yeah. Oh, so
he does money. He puts
Mike,
money
why don't you let me backstage to see all this? What's going on? Mike Colvert, where are you?
He puts on a great show. I really like fighting at it. It's just, and he's just as like when the commission's late, he's just as upset as
he was a fighter. Mike's a fighter. You know, he still is a fighter. He still trains or whatever. But it's great for you kids in there just to feel that atmosphere, and you're fighting with, Cage Titans now. Some of them, in the last couple of years, these fighters are starting to make their way to that next level, which they kind of were like at a standstill, like they weren't getting the fighters past maybe Bellator or something like that. Now they're getting to the UFC, so there's eyes all over Cage Titans. So it's not only is it great for New England and the regional MMA, it's great for everyone out there. Plus, they're bringing in people from California, all around the country to come fight fighters in here because, like you said, some fighters won't fight each other around here. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fighters that way that cross train and stuff like that. So they bring in talent.
Yeah. My
from
first
outside.
fight, there was a guy in my corner. He was like 13-0 or 13-1 or something. Really good record, and he was from like Oklahoma or something. I was like, damn, you flew all the way out here. He was pro. Yeah. So obviously it's worth it. You get paid.
Well, like I did the ammo card Saturday. There was a guy from Michigan Top Team that came in. He drove 12 hours to come to the fight. You know what I mean? Himself? He drove with, I guess, his team. Like three other guys in the car. But 12. We're talking. People don't understand. Yeah, they're thinking you're flying in. You're driving in. You're in a shitty hotel, and you're freaking. You know what I mean? You got to cut weight in the bathtub with no towels. So, and then you got to fight the next day. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. So
it's definitely not easy, but I'll do it for a reason.
So let's get to you. What's going on? You had a fight. Yes. You didn't have a fight. So, what's going on with you?
After the last PFC, we didn't really know it, and then we took the fight in Cage Titans off like 3 or 4 weeks.
Because they needed someone for that matchup, right? Like we talked about.
So then we went into that, and we knew right after that we had to defend the title at PFC coming up November 10th or 9th, whatever. Yeah. And I was ready. I knew it was gonna be 55. It was gonna suck going down, but I was ready to do it. Like I even talked to Mark Murray on Facebook. We were like, "This is gonna be a good fight." Yeah. But a great opportunity came up for me to go pro against John Gotti in CS, and it's just that's a big name. At least somebody's watching him. That's so marketable.
There's a lot of everyone wants to fight him right now. As far as in the Jesse Kosakowski. How do you say his last name? Kosakowski. He's like all after him, but
so like that's a great opportunity. I'm not gonna pass it up because it's not the time I wanted to go pro. I wanted to go pro in January. Yeah. But you don't miss an opportunity like that. Exactly. So we were 5 weeks out. We were waiting to figure it out once it was.
Now what you had another a fight coming on? Like you were booked for what?
I was booked for a fight with PFC. I had to defend my.
You were gonna defend your lightweight title.
Yes. And we were 5 weeks out, and we were waiting for the answer. And as soon as we got the answer, we told Karen, "Hey, we got to pull out. We got a great opportunity. nothing against you or whatever. And once that happened, we were already getting ready for this next one because we really wanted it.
Yeah.
And
How long was that when you offered the Gotti? How long?
It wasn't offered to me.
So it was offered to another fighter at my club.
Okay.
Who is pro already. He's 0-1 as a pro. William Leichner. Just
Okay.
a phenomenal fighter.
Okay.
But his baby is due that day.
Okay.
So probably won't come that day, but if, you know what I mean? So he had to say no. And he was there when the call came in, and he says, well, what? So I said, look, our plan is for you to go pro. You are never going to go wrong having more amateur fights.
Yeah.
So we kind of had a plan. But listen, I'm with him, and I'm sure there's going to be people that, John Gotti, who cares? This is his grandson. But you can't tell me if the Kardashians had a kid, a boy that was doing MMA, everyone wouldn't try to be sucking him up right now.
Of course.
UFC would be watching him as an amateur.
Yeah.
We're in the McGregor era of MMA, and
Yeah.
it sucks, I think. But here we are.
Yeah.
So I was like, listen, if you want this, listen, I'm an employee, basically. As your coach, I'm your manager. I'm anything you need from me. If this is what you want to do, I'm going to make sure you're ready. We're going to be on weight, and we're going to fucking be ready to fight.
Yeah.
I texted him. I said, well, listen, I have another kid that we weren't scheduled to go. We weren't going to go pro until January with Kip in reality. But if you're willing to look at someone else, I do have someone. If we're going to jump through any hoops for it, we already have a plan for January, so it's not a big deal.
Exactly.
And he says, well, what's his name? And I gave him his name. And then right away, we start negotiating price and this and that. And I said, can we make this work? He says, where do I send the contract?
All right.
So that day, that was late at night. So that next day, I called Karen.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, this is what's happened.
You explained to her
I
just
explained
like
everything.
Yeah.
So I called. She didn't answer. I called again. And so finally, I just left a message with all this, and I had asked her to call me back. Just call me back, but I want you to know right now, because it's 5 weeks out.
Yeah.
Wasn't our plan, but we're going to have to vacate our title. An opportunity has come up. He wants to take it, and I'm with him. I think it's the right opportunity.
Okay.
These are moments in time.
Exactly.
This is a 20-year-old kid, and this is his moment in time.
And he's getting, he's going, if he got the Gotti matchup, Gotti's a banger. You know what I mean? It's a matchup, a great matchup.
Yep.
They're not looking for a jiu-jitsu guy, that's for sure. You know what I mean? They're looking for someone that's going to stand and bang with Gotti, and that's
right.
That's why.
Right. He said, "Where can I send this contract?" So I called her, and I gave her the thing. And honestly, my whole thinking was, it's 5 weeks out.
Yeah.
And if it was the week before, I would have never put his name in because we made it. You know what I mean?
I understand. Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Okay, here we go. And another reason I was like kind of okay with it was, and I don't want this to seem like I am talking down about this kid at all.
Yeah.
Because listen, if you step in that cage, you're a fucking man.
Yeah.
Period. The guy they gave us for the title has never fought for PFC before. He's a 500 fighter.
Yeah.
He's like, I think he's 10-10 or 12-10, something like that. Tough guy, a lot of fights.
Mm-hmm.
Never for PFC. You cannot tell me that's the next kid in line for this title.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
There are 155ers in PFC right now with winning streaks who are due for a title shot.
Yeah.
I almost felt, because I called her and I said, I don't want this fight. It delegitimizes our title.
Yeah.
Can you get me a better fighter to defend against?
Yeah.
Who's on a winning streak right now? And she to me just tried to pump, well, he beat this guy and he's good. And I went through the last few guys that he's beat, and they're all losing record guys. Again, This is a tough kid. He's been in that cage 20 times.
Yeah.
So we're going to take this fight, and we're going to fight our ass off. Because there's no, it's not an easy fight by any means. But to me, it was like she was putting a body there for us to defend the title against, not the number one guy.
Yeah.
So when I said, listen, we're just going to vacate the title. If this is still the guy you want to fight for the title, you have to have a number one guy that you can put in.
Yeah, there's plenty, like you said, there's other guys.
Let him come in and get a win or two in PFC and get himself to the number one position to fight. This is all things running through my head, so this shouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah. She
calls me back and is telling me that I'm disrespectful and that if I teach my fighters this way, shame on me, and that she is going to message the promoter from CES to let him know what kind of person he's dealing. All this stuff. So I have the messages here. I have every message he sent me. Next thing I know, I get a message from him saying he can't make the fight work. So I text her back. I said, so I'll read it to you here. I said, man, you went out of your way. You don't like me. You don't like me. Fine. You don't want to let my fighter fight for you anymore because you feel that 5 weeks wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll deal with that. But you went out of your way. You went vindictive and went out of your way and got his fight pulled. And she says, I didn't get your fight pulled. Pat decided not to have him on there because you put him in a difficult position.
Between the two promotions.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
but I didn't.
I understand.
I gave you 5 weeks notice.
CES being the biggest organization, they don't want to make waves with the feeder leagues and stuff like that. So I could see it on, there's no shade going at them as far as,
None at all.
what I mean?
None at all.
So, but take your time. All right, thanks.
But when she says that I've put him in a position, I didn't.
Yeah, I understand.
All you had to do, hate me forever. What do I care?
I think it might be.
Don't let my fighters fight for you anymore. If you feel that me defending my belt against the guy that is not the #1 contender, with 5 weeks notice, is so disrespectful. Never let my guys fight for your card again.
How was your dealing with her in the 2 times you did fight for her?
It was fine.
We fought for her in the past.
With other fighters.
With other fighters.
Okay.
Yep. Right. So it's never been. My fighters always make weight. My fighters always come in and fight. Mm-hmm. So there's never, as far as promoters, I don't have anyone that I've have bad relationships with.
Like between promotion, not necessarily CES because they don't deal with basically amateurs. But it's a cutthroat kind of business because there's only a certain amount of fighters that can. There's a lot of cards, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
A certain amount of cards, so they're kind of like grabbing and picking. Right after one card gets done, promotions are calling fighters from them cards. 4 weeks down the line, can you come fight for them? So it's not hard for her. Like you said, you gave her 5 weeks.
Yep.
It wasn't hard for her, I would imagine, to find somebody. Anyone would have jumped on that. They could have made
I have
up
other
for grabs
155
title, you know what I mean?
I have other 155 guys that could step in and fight.
Yeah.
So I got good guys that'll step in and win that title again. But her thing was, well, I would have turned him pro. I
understand. She thinks
it has nothing to do with turning pro. It was this moment in time. Do you have John Gotti's grandson?
I understand.
And let me tell you, I'm not going to get any specifics, but for a first-time fighter, I negotiated a pretty decent little deal.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't match what's going to happen. And no disrespect again to that league. I appreciate, we have fought for her and we've won titles for her.
Yeah.
But there is CES reality, and now Cage Titan's coming on strong as far as people are watching these pros fight. Yeah. So those, when we turn pro, it's going to be in reality or CES.
Yes.
And I'm going to pick the right fights outside of there because I put my guys through hell as amateurs. So I can pick and choose the right pro fights.
Now speaking with CES, I'm on great, dialogue with them. Like I said, we don't want to throw shade at them because they're a great organization. But they do have eyes on you, but because they were going to give you that offer, and I've interviewed you and I've promoted you're a banger. So they did say you could fight for us down the line. You know what I mean? It isn't like you can't never fight for CES. You know what I mean? It's just that whole act that you thought you were going to have that fight. And I do understand 5 weeks is totally enough.
We're out 2 fights
That's what I was saying when
and
you
we
talked
don't get
to
a
me.
fight until January.
Exactly. And you want to, your next step is turning pro. Is that what it is?
For January.
For January.
If I could get on, I know
there's a Neff card coming up in.
The guy actually messaged me.
Yeah, because I talked to him.
He gave me somebody. It's a little close. I mean, it's far away in Maine, but for the weight cut, it's a little close. It's.
What do you want? 155?
Yeah,
lightweight.
155.
Was it pro or was he
amateur?
Oh, cool. All right.
Which I'm now. Unless it's another phenomenal option, I'm not going pro until I go to January.
Okay. So you might jump on something before January.
Sure.
All right.
We were preparing for a fight.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah,
I could.
All
fight
right.
tomorrow.
Our plan was
it's just the timeline to cut the weight to get to where they want you to fight.
And it's like even as an amateur, it doesn't matter if I
What-
win or lose.
Yeah.
Like I'll just jump in and fight somebody.
Did they offer you a person or just the weight?
A person. What was it? Mo.
Is
Donato?
he like is he a
He's 4'1".
lightweight?
He's 155.
155,
So
yeah.
that's a bit.
They do
and
it
it's
at 160.
far.
Can't they do it at 160? Is that? All right. Well, that's your
yeah,
job.
That's
That's your
yeah.
job.
So honestly, the issues coming up right now
Yeah.
is with that time, with work, going
Yeah.
for a Friday weigh-in,
Yeah.
taking the extra days
I
off of work
understand.
now.
And it's
now
way to hell
that
over
schedule
that way.
thing,
Yeah.
right, is different. It's
Yeah,
so-
like
yeah. So,
people don't realize you guys got jobs.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
you
That's
don't
why-
make $1 million fighting the amateur or not even like pro.
Zero.
You know? Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Right.
So when I talk to you, like I've interviewed you, seen you fight.
Yeah.
At least, God, I think 4 times, basically.
I fought 5 times in 2018.
Yeah, you've been busy, because you fought Dion, who's a friend of mine the first time, both the Emmy debuts. I'm highly
Plus you
watching
got
you.
Muay Thai fights in there.
Yeah. So before the Dion one, I had a Muay Thai fight for No Boundary, right? Or Lace Up. Which one?
Lace Up.
Lace Up.
Okay.
That was a good fight. I got kicked in the head a lot. But it'll be like if I would have fought on this card, it would have been perfect because it would have been a year exactly from the Dion
What
fight.
card? The No Boundary card or the
CS
CES card?
The
a
Dion
year
fight,
from when your Emmy debut.
Yeah, it was November
Oh, that
4th.
would have been great. That would have been great.
So
Well, you know what?
It's all right.
Things
Happens.
happen for a
Yeah.
reason. You know what I mean? Maybe you'll get Gotti next after this fight in January. Or no, you got reality in January.
yeah.
Unless CES comes and gives you no.
We'll see.
Well, that's the
Right.
doors
It's
are
not
open.
like we're not even chasing Gotti. Again, this was an offer.
It was an
that
offer. I
yeah.
understand. And as far as I know now, Gotti's got an opponent. I don't know if that's written in stone, but I do believe he's got a matchup.
Yeah.
And you know what? There was a lot of people thrown toward him, and a couple other fighters I know that were offered to him.
Yeah.
And people want it, and then they don't want it, or they can't. They're not ready for it.
I'll be ready the day of.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I'll be
You
training
were
up
ready to
until
go.
then.
So.
Call me
Hey,
the
well,
day
it's
of weigh-ins, I'll be
between
there.
you and Jesse now, because Jesse wants him bad too. So Jesse Casa, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I think Gotti might pick the new guy on the block before he picks Jesse, which is,
yeah.
that might be a lose-lose for her. You know what I mean?
I'll fight at 70. I'll fight at 85.
Is that where you are right now? Take the hat off. At 80.
I'm gonna be. We're always in shape. It's easier to stay in shape than it is to get in shape.
Excellent.
So I'm always ready. Weight's a little different because I can't take a 55 fight a week out.
No. I totally understand.
But I can cut 10 pounds in 2 days. That's nothing.
Well, the eyes will be on you. So right now, unless you a miraculous turnaround, you might get an Emmy fight, or you definitely turn a pro in 2019. The beginning of 2019.
Yeah.
Anything last you want to say? I mean, you guys can hang out. I got Richard Santiago coming in, who fights for CES. He's fighting on the November 2nd card that you might have been on. Are you going to go to that? You going to go to that fight?
It's hard because I had to take the day off for work.
All that shit.
Don't like my job, but so with the Cage Titans, I don't know what's happening with that. I don't think there's it's so close to that. I don't know if he's gonna be able to pull anything out. It'd be like somebody dropping out, and I'd have to step in. But at the same time, I don't know what's gonna. That's up to him.
Yeah.
But that's always good with Mike.
Yeah.
If somebody pulls out, we've taken fights with him at weigh-ins.
That Austin fought.
Austin
Somebody didn't show up to weigh-ins,
6'7".
and Austin, we put a guy in
For what
on weigh-in days.
was it? Cage Titans?
Yeah, Austin lost.
It wasn't
his guy
against
didn't
Jimmy
show up.
Manning. No,
No.
that happened
No,
with.
good.
It was the
That
big
was
6'10" guy.
Oh, Gooding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
They
fighting.
have-
He's fighting No Boundary this Saturday.
Yeah.
Day of the.
No
They had-
shit.
Yeah, they had fight of the night. They
So you
banged
guys,
it out.
so I like your gym.
Yeah.
You guys jump in there for anything.
Yeah.
Look at that,
Yeah.
Richie Santiago. Richie, we'll get you in a couple minutes, man. I gotta get that camera right on that pretty face of yours.
My day was different. When
You guys can stick around. I'll just sit you over there. I'll point the camera. I'll point the other camera toward you. You guys can hang out. But yeah, man, I'm freaking excited about you. I wish you had. I like Gotti. I've interviewed him twice. I trembled while I was doing it. You know what I mean? It's like it's Gotti. It's Gotti. Man, this is like almost royalty. Like in MMA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got all that backing about it. But that kid is so humble and well mannered. Like when you talk to him, he's very polite, very thankful for everything. You know, everything you wouldn't. Not that I would expect like a more of a tough guy. You know what I mean? But you know, he doesn't. He's a very good ambassador for MMA, and you know,
that's what we need.
Yeah,
especially somebody with a name.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's got a big name and. You know, a big following that could bring a lot of different eyes to MMA, and you know, and you could
and you can fight.
He can fight.
When I heard his name, I thought he was going to be a brawler, just using the name. But he's got good striking,
and he's got a lot. You know, he's got a lot. He's probably being trained by the best of the best. You know what I mean? Getting the best. So good for him. You know what I mean? CES is gonna back him, which is great. Yeah. But I can't believe they're gonna put him against you. You're a banger, man. I was like, I thought they would give him somebody a little less. Who wants to? I don't know.
Yeah, no,
You're legit.
I love fighting, but at any point I'm ready to because I mean I'm not a black. I don't even have a belt for jiu-jitsu, but I roll every week.
With all the guys. But like you said, you're in MMA school, so you know belts aren't the important thing. You know what I mean? You want to go get a belt, go train with some jiu-jitsu. Brazilian guy that don't speak English and jump in there with him.
But I mean, it's good for you. It gives you different. It's just like wrestling, but it also hinders you in a bit.
Yeah.
So it's just we can stand and can strike, or I'm gonna rip you to the ground.
Nice.
And I'm gonna put you on there.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna play a little of your last fight. While your fights are playing, I'm gonna sit you guys over there. I'm gonna get Richard in here. One of you can stay there. Either you. Coach Dexter, Dexter, you just go there. Billy, you can go right there. We'll get Richard in here. Richie, how you doing?
My close-up. How are ya? I'm gonna actually walk
What's up,
brother? How are you?
What are you doing? Yeah.
Where you want me? This one?
Yeah, right here. Actually, you can. Billy's right in there, right with us.
Billy can hang out.
We can hang out. We're gonna be talking about you, your CES, a little bit the ammo card. A little bit about No Boundary, because Emily Kelly's calling in because she's in that 4-woman tournament.
Yep.
Are you going to No Boundary Saturday?
I'm gonna try to.
I can't go. We got that big Halloween party for that page. Yeah.
I wanted to go to that too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good. Well, I think it's going till like 12 or 1. Like it's going till the place closes.
Oh, cool.
So we're gonna be. And even Tom said, tell everyone to come after No Boundary. You come to the party after, you know what I mean? If you're coming back this way, I think you might have to go through
Could be on the way.
through Providence. But Tom and I have a special costume together. We're going as a team. Should I don't know. I don't want to spill the beans on that. Has to do with fighting, but I might not be human. That's all I can say.
Human. Okay.
All right. What are we going to? Let me change something over here. I got Billy over here. Richard's in the hot seat now. Where are you?
I have
Oh, look at that.
Bruce Lee costume.
Richard Santiago. What do you have?
Do you know the Game of Death yellow jumpsuit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
Hell yeah.
Who's the guy in the UFC that wore that? He was on the Ultimate Fighter show. The guy with the big
Somebody was just
afro.
talking-
Bruce Leroy.
Bruce Leroy won
Alex
that.
Caceres.
Yes.
That's his name.
All right, let's get something here. Let me see here. So did you hear Bill's story?
A little bit.
He might have fought. He was.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was thinking. I was like, is that legit? Like, is that fight?
I know there was a lot of names like thrown at Gotti.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was a few like in the back.
I was gonna say because they keep saying he's on the card, but they haven't announced his.
I heard that he's got a
got a
matchup.
fight now.
Yeah, I'm not. I have no idea who it is. But we'll see.
Whenever you're ready to, but if you, it's an hour drive.
Look at that, Rich.
Nice.
I got your little slideshow over there. I don't have any fight footage over here, but that's all right. I got fight footage going on.
I have one fight on YouTube, I think.
Oh, I got a bunch of your stuff.
Yeah.
Like somewhere.
Oh, like the clips.
Yeah, I got clips.
Yeah,
I think I might. I got a bunch of clips stored away somewhere. I got to go through them. If you go on my YouTube channel, if you go to CES, I think you might find something there. A couple of bootlegs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what's going on, my friend? November 2nd, man. You're back in there.
I can't wait.
Can't wait.
It feels like it's been forever.
You did have a fight in between. You fought a Muay Thai fight.
I had a Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
That was fun. That was cool. I got a nice little scar.
You
out
still
of
get
it. Yeah. So that was cool. That was, kind of a change of pace. The weight cut wasn't too bad. I fought at 140, which isn't bad for me to make.
Yeah.
3 3-minute rounds, so nothing crazy. But yeah, I mean, I fought a really tough guy, a lot tougher than I thought.
A lot of
You know,
Muay Thai
he's
fights
like,
he had.
yeah, he was like 1-3 pro, but he had like over 100 fights amateurs, so which I had no idea. So, you know, the guy was a lot tougher than I thought he was gonna be. You know, not to say I was looking past him, but you know, definitely the game was a lot more different than I thought it was gonna be. I mean, I kind of came in with a big head, like, you know,
My hands,
I
got the hand. I got these hands.
I'm throwing hands, but he's clenching me up.
Yeah,
and I'm like, this is a
hindering
different type
them.
of clinch.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not used to this. So yeah, so I mean, I lost the decision. It's whatever. You know, that was more of like.
Anyone come?
That was more of like, you know, like I love fighting. Like I want to do it all. Like I did the Muay Thai fight. I would love to do like a glory style fight, like a kickboxing fight. I want to do boxing at some point.
Yeah.
I'm Puerto Rican. I have to do a boxing fight. MMA is definitely my thing though. So it's been since April, and this will be only my second fight this year, which is weird because
you fought a million times.
In 2017 I fought like 5 times.
Yeah.
So you know now it's almost the end of the year, and this is my second fight. So it's weird, but it's the time off it's been good. You know, I just been kind of getting everything back together, kind of just getting my mind straight. And, you know, I'm just ready to go.
Now you got a big matchup, man.
I do.
Off Billy.
Yeah.
The Wolverine there.
Yeah.
Billy Giovanella, right?
Giovanella,
Yeah.
Wolverine himself.
I like that kid. Really good kid.
Yeah, honestly, I've actually, you know, I've met him in passing tons of times.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's been around this circuit forever. So I mean, I got nothing bad to say about Billy.
Yeah.
And, you know me, normally I'm mouthing off about people, but you know, Billy's I respect the guy. You know, he's a veteran. He's a tough dude. He's his record speaks for himself. You know, he's got tons of fights, tons of experience. He's fought all over. So yeah, I mean, it's a great matchup. You know, yeah, I don't. Like I said, I have nothing bad to say about him, but you know.
Now he's coming off a loss.
Yep.
To Restrepo.
Correct. The guy
that you beat in the second round. Probably a tough
second round.
Wasn't that the
tough
first round?
Fight of my life.
When you were like, you know, it was a back and forth.
I almost got knocked out. Now, let's be real. I almost got finished there.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
You dug deep, and what'd you do?
I was gassed in the second round, and he was just clocking me. And he, like, there was a couple times he knocked my mouthpiece out, and at one point I was just up against the ropes or cage, and I'm just like rope-a-doping, and I'm trying to find my opening, and eventually I throw the overhand. I caught his head, brought it right to my knee.
And then
I broke his nose.
Yeah.
And then he kind of like winced. He went like this, and I saw it, and I went like that. I was like, I got you. Like, I saw it like for that split second.
And
so
then that adrenaline came right back. Yeah.
So I like right then and there, I knew like I gotta go now.
Yeah.
Or I'm just, like I have no gas.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna win this fight by decision. So I had to finish it right then and there, and it worked out.
You did. And Billy's coming off being finished by him in New York, right?
Yes, yeah. So Billy fought him up in New York. Short
the
notice.
First time
too.
for CES. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he got that short notice
and
fight.
you know that just,
was at a catch. That was like at a heavier weight,
I think
right?
They fought at 130.
Yeah.
135.
And you fighting flyweight with Billy?
We are fighting at 25. Yes, unfortunately.
Well done. All right, no worries.
Yeah, so we're fighting at 25. So yeah, so he fought Miguel short notice. I saw the fight. You know, it was a good fight. You know, I know Miguel. Miguel's a tough dude. And he's the type of guy that he's a lot better than his record. I know from experience, I underestimated him. So, you know, to say I was surprised that Miguel finished him, I was surprised that Miguel finished him.
Yeah.
I kind of thought Miguel was going to win that fight, especially coming short notice where Billy was kind of coming in out of state. But, you know, for Miguel to get the finish, I was like, oh, okay. So, you know.
Hands? He finished him.
He actually finished him with a leg kick.
Yeah, he beat him up though a little, to lead up to that. Yeah,
he chopped the tree down.
Yeah.
He landed like 5-6 leg kicks in the third round, put him down, and then finished him with the punches. So yeah, so he finished him there, and so I mean, you know, we're both coming off a loss. You know, we
which
both
is
got finished.
a great
so,
matchup.
So
you know, coming off a loss.
Yeah. And I like the matchup.
Yeah, a lot of people, and it's a respectful matchup. Like you said, there's no really.
Yeah.
It's a guy from in New England.
Right.
Very big name.
Honestly, like I've known Billy for a really long time. When I was, He
How
actually,
were you off of that fight? Like, how'd that fight?
me and
go?
Billy.
Yeah. Just names
It
that
just
popped
kind of
up.
popped
yeah.
up. I think. Well, actually, so back in like June, I wanted like a quick turnaround. So I actually wanted to fight. So to go even farther back, I actually wanted to fight on that New York card, and
Yeah, we talked
they
about
they texted me and they were like, hey, you know, the only one I got is Miguel. If you want that rematch. And I was kind of like, yeah, that was a tough fight. I don't really want to fight him on a week's notice. So I turned it down. Billy stepped in, and then I wanted to fight on the June card. So I asked him, I was like, hey, like, they were talking to Billy, and they were talking to me, and they were like, hey, like, are you guys interested in putting this together? And I was like, yeah, I'm down if he's down. So I don't remember what happened, but it ended up not working out for him, like his work schedule or something. So that didn't happen. And then in August, I wanted to fight him in August.
Oh, so you guys have been.
So this is kind of
been
built
work.
up a
So
little
good.
bit. So
good.
I wanted to fight him in August. I said I'd fight him in August after he couldn't do June. But then I fought Muay Thai.
Yeah,
and
got cut in work. You know what I mean?
But I got.
Oh,
I
you got cut, so
I
you
got
had to
some
wait.
stitches,
All right.
So I couldn't fight. So I fought July. And I would have fought August, but August couldn't happen. So then I was just like, all right, I guess I'm not gonna fight Billy.
Yeah.
And then, we eventually fast forward a couple months. I'm like, all right, I need to fight on this November card. So
It's time.
what do you got? So then they were like, oh yeah, Billy's still interested, and I was like, oh yes, like this is the matchup I wanted.
Nice.
So it worked out. So a couple tries, but finally we got it.
Huge card. Like,
Oh my God, it's ridiculous. I don't even know if I'm on TV.
it's crazy, isn't it? You got Chris Moutinho, you got
Chris.
Team Ina. What do you
Dennis.
got? We got. I gotta call Emily Kelly in like 5 minutes.
Gotti's on the card.
Dennis Piva, Cody Nordby, right?
Yep, Cody's
Hillary
on the
Rose,
card. Hillary's on the card.
Fabio Charant, Dylan Lockhart, Josh Rickey.
All those fights can be on the main card.
It is Josh Rickey against Johnny Lopez.
Yeah,
I
that's
used to
all.
fight with
That-
Cody back in the old AFO days, like when he was young.
Cody Nordby.
Yeah.
This is his first fight back after being at the
Yeah,
service.
he's been out for a while.
He's been in this. He's been overseas in Afghanistan.
Like,
Right?
he was a little stud.
Yeah.
Like just wrecking. He was young though back then.
Yeah.
Young.
My pro debut, my amateur debut was one of the last AFO cards, and Cody was the main event. That's when I
Yes.
first met Cody.
Yeah. He was. When Mark Vaz had AFO,
Yeah.
it was nice.
Yeah.
But
I
I don't
was there
remember
when-
the kid. Remember the guy that used to do the matchmaking who wore the duster? Wore like the
think I know
long
who you're
leather
talking about.
coat.
Yeah.
He eventually. What I didn't realize. I thought,
Undertaker.
I thought Mark like ran the show because the ones he was involved in were
Right.
great.
Yeah.
Turns out he was only helping out because Mark's a boxing guy. He'd been boxing forever. So when Mark stepped away, this guy, all the checks bounced. Like a bunch of stuff went
what's
bad.
that, right?
That's why AFO went downhill. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it just stopped all of a sudden.
You
Someone
know
else
who-
tried to buy the league. Said, "Oh, we'll just come in and revive it."
Yeah.
And then it
And
realized
it never happened.
what happened.
Yeah,
Like,
it was all a
just
mess.
it was all just. It was basically like a shell corporation. It was like weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know too many details, but it just went away.
Yeah.
It's promotion.
Yeah,
I remember because I fought on one AFO card, and then
At like one of the Holiday Inns.
right.
Yeah,
at the Holiday
those were
Inn.
awesome, man.
Those were. I love that venue.
Yeah.
Someone's got to do
These
it
little,
again.
was it a
It's
little
down the
thing?
street from my house.
Oh, is
too.
that right?
So, yeah. So I loved it. But then like the next card, I remember like Chris was on that card, so I went. And then afterwards, all the pros were saying like, "Oh, fuck this guy, my check bounced, and this
Yeah,
and that." And
yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, damn."
Yeah.
And then they went out of business. So.
Right. When Mark Vaz was there, like everything got done because
Right.
he made sure ticket money comes in. We pay the fighters. We do this and that, but there's only a few bucks left after.
Yeah.
Right.
But listen, you build this up, and then more people will come. and then
Exactly.
there'll
You
be
got to
more
do it for
later.
the passion. For like
That guy
that's
was
got to
like,
be part of it. But
when
you
Mark stepped away, it was like, oh, good. Here's the
yeah,
here's
I
the
take
door,
this, you get nothing.
and I have a bunch of checks. I must have money. Let's write these things up and
Sounds like a couple of promotions.
Yeah.
So you're doing a dude. Every time I see, you're not fighting, but you're doing other
I'm doing
things.
something.
You're calling lion fights now.
Isn't that awesome?
I talked to you that last one, I went to two ago
Yeah.
when you first. I
'Cause we
think you
did-
made your
yeah, we did 3 of
debut
them.
at it.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wow, what a team!"
Yeah.
So how's Mike?
that was
Mike
cool.
Polvere is took over the production for that.
Yeah, because so Mike recently he went out and bought cameras and brought all the equipment.
Yeah.
And we do the production at Cage Fight and it's all in house now. So
Okay.
Lion Fight was looking for a production team. So we got in contact with them and then Mike got us hired and then Mike was like, "Hey, I got commentators already. They know what they're doing."
Yeah.
So they were just like, "Yeah." So
Yeah, they both fought Muay Thai fights
Yeah.
not too
So
long
it ended
ago.
up working out. So
Yeah.
me and Andy.
So Mike's kind of his own. Does he go through Flow Combat still?
Yeah.
But it's all his equipment.
Right.
It's just streamed through them.
Yep.
Is that how it
'Cause
works?
He was hiring some videographer to do it. You know what I mean?
And he
And he
can't
just wasn't
control.
working
Yeah,
out.
now he has his hands on. He
So
can
he
have his
was-
people kind of do it, right?
Yeah. So he was kind of just like, "Nah, I'd rather just have all the tapes in house."
I gotta be a mole and find out how he does all that shit.
Good stuff.
How he gets all
It's
that
complicated.
shit. I
It's
can
crazy.
imagine.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I can't. I'm just learning this friggin' OBS shit. So.
All right, we're
guys.
gonna scoot, man. We have a long drive home.
Oh man, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
We'll
you,
definitely
Coach.
talk.
Take it easy.
If you fight on another a fight before January,
I'll let
we
you
gotta
know.
talk. Yeah, we'll definitely talk and boast that up. But thank you for coming on, man. Thank you
Thanks
for
for
driving
having
all the
us.
way.
Thank you.
I thought you were driving like an hour and 45. You only drove like only an hour, but
Yeah.
that's like down the street for me. I'm all over the place. So I can come down to your place. That's
Yeah.
like no problem.
Yeah.
Like
Awesome.
either for this if you get another Ami fight or the pro, I'll definitely come down and we'll chat. Come check out Dexter's.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much for
I
coming on.
appreciate
Take
it.
care. Drive
Take
safe.
care.
man. So, that
Yeah.
was great. That was great.
Yeah,
So,
they're awesome, huh?
that was Billy. Well, you called a couple of his fights,
I
right?
did.
For
All of us, or not all of them.
yeah, he
but
fought.
all the
He
Cage
fought.
fights.
Yeah, he fought Dion
When he
Rubio.
fought Dion, and then when he fought Sanad.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that guy's a setup.
and that's his only
But
two
that's-
losses.
I mean, this kid, he's ridiculous.
He's like a banger. He goes, well, that was a short notice fight. He said.
Yeah.
Billy said so. And Dexter was saying, "I'll put these guys against anyone." You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, you're watching, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
So,
So we end up doing Lion Fight because Mike's. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
yeah,
Mike-
as far
Mike
as the
does-
production, he's
we're doing everything in house now. He owns the equipment. So we got in contact with Lion Fight. Lion Fight hired us, and then we started commentating, and it was the coolest thing in the world because I have been a big Lion Fight fan for a long time.
Yeah, you won tickets or
Yes.
a ticket off me or something when I went.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been watching Lion Fight forever. So to be able to sit there ringside and commentate is the coolest thing.
And
It's
commentate fighters
Yes.
in New England.
guys
You
I've
know
seen
all
before.
about these fucking people too.
Yeah,
What was it?
so-
Steve put him to sleep. Walker was on
Oh my
that
God,
card
Steve Walker's
when he
awesome.
kicked that guy out of the
Steve
ring.
Walker and Chip. Oh my God.
Friggin' nuts.
Chip
Yeah, you
is
just called that
unbelievable.
fight. Just
Chip is it's
He's
as
inhuman.
far as Muay Thai goes, it's you're watching you're watching the best guy in the world.
Yeah,
In his weight
and he
class.
is.
And he is.
Yeah,
He's the world champ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm watching greatness and I'm commentating on
and
it.
I know this guy.
You know what I mean?
Really,
And I know
really
this
good.
guy.
Yeah, I hang out with him.
Yeah,
trade
I dap
FaceTimes.
him up when I see him.
Yeah.
He's the man. So
It's
that's
awesome.
that's so crazy. So yeah, Lion Fight's awesome. I love that we're able to expand to that.
You want to call Emily Kelly with me right now?
Yeah,
Talk
sure,
about.
let's do
Do you go to City on Town?
Do not.
All right, you don't go there, so you don't really know her that much.
Not
You
really.
fought on the same
No,
card as her
passing.
last time,
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
She had a knockout in that
Yeah,
card.
she did.
I have that over here. We'll throw that on there. So.
Call her up.
And now she's fighting in that four person tournament.
Yeah.
But we'll get back to CES, and I want to talk a little bit about Cage Titans,
Yeah,
because they're announcing a bunch of shit everywhere. CES has basically been announced except for Gotti.
Mhm.
I don't know if John Doom was supposed to be on that card. I don't think he got a matchup.
He's training, but he's not.
All right.
Ready for a fight.
But-
yeah, do you
How about
think?
Mitch Raposo on fucking Saturday night?
Champ.
Holy shit! I gotta get to that stuff. We'll get to all that.
Yeah, we'll
stuff.
do
I got video of.
We
freaking
got
Saturday
time.
Night. I got
We're
freaking
good.
stuff. Yeah, whenever you gotta go. But
Nah,
let me
okay.
give her a call right now.
Yeah, do that.
Imagine Billy fighting. That would have been a good fight.
Oh my God.
What an opportunity. But
Yeah, seriously.
like I said to him, things happen for a reason. It is what it is. Hello, Emily Kelly.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing? You're live with Richie Santiago and me. How you doing?
What's up, guys? I'm
Well,
good.
Did you you train tonight? You get done training?
Yeah, I just got home from training.
What? Pretty soon we got weigh-ins in weigh-ins in a couple of days, right?
Yeah, Friday.
So what was training like today? What was last bit of the puzzle putting together tonight?
Yeah, just staying loose, did some pads, got a sweat in.
Nice. She sounds so like relaxed about this. So you're in a big. What is going on? Tell us about this this tournament you got going on. A 4-woman tournament at 112 pounds, correct?
Yeah.
So what goes on? Like how does this happen? What goes on?
So there's 4 of us. We're gonna be matched up the night of the fight.
Ooh.
So it'll be like two and 2, and then the winners will fight each other at the end of the night.
The end of the night?
Same name.
Yeah.
Oh my! How'd you get thrown into this?
I don't know.
Did Sarah
Here I am.
did Sarah put you up to this?
No way.
Let me fix this right here. Now speaking of Sarah, were you just in like Las Vegas or something not too long ago? Didn't you go to UFC 229?
Yeah, we went for the UFC.
No shit. And she just fought for Bellator. Had a big win at Bellator, right?
Yeah, she fought the next weekend.
Nice. So what the hell? What is that household like right now? You got Sarah winning at Bellator. You guys were just at UFC 229, and you're fighting in a 4-woman tournament Saturday. What's going on in that house?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of all we do.
That's all you do
We
is
go to fights, we fight, and I don't know. One of us is always doing something.
So what does she think of this? Is she does she want to get in there too Saturday night?
She might. I don't know.
So what's training been like, Emily? Because your last fight for No Boundary, I think you were the only one with a knockout, right? Did you have the knockout?
Yeah.
Now how many Muay Thai fights have you had?
I've had 5 total. I did 4 this year, so this will be 6, 7,
How many times you fought for No Boundary?
3.
Will this be your 3rd or will this be your 4th?
This will be my 4th.
Wow, so you're like a household name for them right now.
It's a familiar venue. I like it.
Now, is this the same venue that was the last card?
Melrose.
That's a beautiful place to fight. How was your what's your record in Muay Thai?
3 and 2.
Nice. How many have you won for No Boundary?
All 3.
Oh, nice. So that's why you're in this tournament. Now you're fighting some big time names in there. Maria from what is it? Hard Knocks, who I think just won a title for she just won a title for one of those Muay Thai organizations around here. I forgot it.
I think Maria is from Bond Muay Thai and Liz is from Hartman.
Oh, okay. Hi, that's it. I'm mixing them up. Sorry, but yeah, one of them holds a title in another organization. How do you think you match up with these 3 other ladies in there?
Yeah, I'm stoked. I think Liz, if I'm right, she has a title with Wartime Muay Thai.
That's it.
And I think Maria has a title in No Boundary.
God, there you go.
But I'm super excited. I mean, I've been watching both of these girls in their Muay Thai fights before I was even fighting. So it's really cool being in this tournament with them.
Excellent. Now, you mainly train, or you just train at City Tong, right, in Boston?
Yeah. One place.
Yeah, training with the best of the best there. How's that feel to be around Chip, the world champion, Mark Delagrati, all them Pete, who Pete just got announced for the Cage Titans fight.
Oh, he's
Wow, and there's so
fighting.
much to freaking talk about. How's it feel to have all them around you back? And of course, Sarah Click there, another Muay Thai beast and MMA beast and boxing beast.
And
She's
boxing.
all over the
She
place.
does it all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to go anywhere else. I got the best in New England.
Who else? Who else is over there? Who else is from City Tonga who's on that card? Is there any training partners with you?
No, I'm actually the only one.
Holy cow!
Which is
So
the
you
first.
so you're representing the whole gym on that night. How the hell does that feel, Emily? How you sound relaxed right now, but how do you actually feel? Do you get nervous at all, or you just want to go in there? You don't care. You're like Sarah. You just want to go in and fight.
Yeah, I get like more nervous like 2 weeks before the fight. The week of the fight, I'm usually pretty relaxed.
I got your fight playing right now, Emily. We're gonna watch you knock someone out from that last card. You'll get to watch it later. But we actually called the fights. Tom and I called. We just went
That's
live
right, yeah.
with it. Muhammad and Frederick let us go live with it, and we were going nuts. The whole place was actually going nuts with this fight. Look how fast it's going. They look like
Oh,
little-
is it on fast forward?
No, I don't know. I think it's the feed that's making it go like that. But what? She'll knock her out real quick. But yeah, was this was this like a late notice fight? Did that last?
I don't remember exactly. I think there was a couple of opponent changes, but I don't remember for sure.
Excellent. So what's left for you before Saturday night? You train tonight. What's going on the next couple of days before you actually gotta go against maybe two women there?
Yeah, I'll get another workout in tomorrow. Just a little shakeout, stay loose, and get my hair cut, and then just chill until weigh-in.
Who's in your corner?
I have Chip and Andy, of course, and I think Mark will be there too.
Oh, excellent. He wasn't. He's been really busy with the UFC, and you guys.
Yeah.
You've had Donald Cerrone at your camp too. Did you get to spar with that guy?
Yeah, he was there a few months back, and I don't think I sparred with him, but I definitely got a picture.
Anything you wanted to ask her there? I got Richard Santiago over here who actually fought on the same card as you. And have you ever?
I remember that. I actually just saw that he was on like some top prospect list.
Yeah,
What?
number 6.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
For
like-
MMA?
Yeah, like top prospects in New England, I think.
What,
That's
who
badass.
does that? Fight Book or something? Like, who
That
did
was
that?
it was like East Coast MMA or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. Brian, I think Brian Gershon.
Yes, Brian Gershman
writes for them.
Tagged me in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Excellent.
Number
man.
6, I think they put me at, something like that.
Awesome.
Not bad for coming off the loss.
Yeah, exactly. So you win this one, you're right back in the
Heck
thick of
yeah.
things, man. So Emily.
Yeah.
I can't believe how relaxed you are going into this. Like like I had Sarah on the show when she was gonna fight the boxing. I think the boxing match. You got. I don't know. I think she was with I forgot who she. Kylie. I think she was with that night. She was laughing. They were all laughing and stuff. You might have been with them. I don't know. But there's
I was probably doing something.
yeah,
stupid, I don't
probably
know.
doing cartwheels in the street or something like that.
Yeah.
Is she on the Cage Titans
I
card?
believe so. as of
Because
right
when
now.
she was down here, they talked that she's on the card.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Has he put the whole card out yet?
He hasn't put the whole thing out yet.
It's
But,
getting crunch time.
it's,
We're not too far away, right?
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous. He needs to start putting out posters, that's for sure.
He's got a lot to do.
He's
man.
got a lot
He's
of
a
work to
busy
do.
man. He needs to hire me. No, I'm like him. I'll make some posters. Emily,
Yes.
what, like, this fight going in, you're gonna fight one girl, right? If you win against her, you fight another girl. what do you get out of this? You get a title, a belt. What happens at the end of this?
Yeah, it's a title fight. Bragging rights. Yeah, it's gonna be a really cool experience. I'm stoked. This is the only Muay Thai tournament I think ever. I'm not sure,
Especially in one night.
but it's kind of a big deal. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I was surprised that Muhammad and everyone at No Boundary got this all passed through the commission.
Shh.
I know, right?
Yeah, right.
So do you
No,
know
it'll
if
be
you're
good.
do you know if you're one of the do you know when you're fighting at what time? If you're like
Probably earlier. Right?
yeah. Because
So they're gonna do the first two fights, like the two girls and the two girls. They're gonna do those like second and third.
okay.
Okay.
So there'll be one fight before the tournament begins.
So you don't know who you're fighting yet.
Yeah, no, we're gonna pick names out of a hat the
So-
night of the fight.
Oh, that's
That's
awesome.
crazy.
There should be a pool on who
Yeah.
gets who, you know
That's
what I
so
mean?
dope.
Is there any different way you're training to get ready for this? Because you could possibly
You gotta train for 3 different
yeah,
people.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you could be looking at three different opponents here. How do you get ready for this fight compared to the last time you were at No Boundary?
I mean, not too much has changed as far as my training. I guess the only thing that's really changed is just simplifying everything. Because, like you said, you can't prepare for 3 different girls and not know who you're gonna fight. So, just keeping it simple and not getting too hung up on what I'm gonna do if I fight this girl, or I'm gonna do if I fight this girl. Just get in there and do my thing and try to work harder than she does.
Excellent. Well, Emily, you still got tickets to sell. You're still promoting this. It's a big deal. Like you said, there's a lot of good fighters on there. Ross Levine's fighting on there. Trevor Goody is on there. How the hell did he get on? Like, couldn't he get a fight for Cage Titans?
No, I think I remember him saying he actually because he wants to go pro, but he wanted to do
his hands before he went pro?
Yeah, so he wanted to do that.
Oh, to get that in there. Awesome.
Really good idea, especially before you go pro.
Now, Emily, do you just do Muay Thai, or do you do jiu-jitsu and hanging out with Sarah Click? You must know a few things, right?
Yeah, I pretty much just do Muay Thai. I dabble a little bit in grappling, but mostly Muay Thai.
Excellent. Well, you're doing great at it. I mean, you gotta, what she says, she's 3-2.
Yep.
All 3 wins for No Boundary.
Yep.
She's coming off a big
Coming
knockout.
off a knockout, yeah.
A knockout, the only knockout I think of the night.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Every
There was
fight was
great
the best.
fight. No Boundary,
It's fun.
I like Lion Fight,
Yeah.
but Lion Fight's that big thing,
Uh-huh.
and it's kind of like CES is the big MMA,
Right.
and Cage Titans is just like
Yeah.
But
I get what
the
you mean.
way they put on the show,
Yep.
it seems like much bigger than it's just the atmosphere seems like a high profile event, and that's the same thing that No Boundary does.
Yes.
It just feels like a high, and it is. You know what I mean? It's a big to do. No Boundary's got a lot of, a lot of play, a lot of great fighters. But just the show they put on in itself, it must be a great event to be a part of. Like,
Yeah.
how does that feel? How is their, like, you fight MMA.
Right.
How is it getting ready? How is their back room compared to what that atmosphere compared to MMA?
It was, like for me, me and my coaches, we do the same thing every time. So it was no different for me, but it was fun seeing all the people who are hardcore Muay Thai, and everybody's got oils and everybody's getting rubbed down and all that stuff. Because me coming from MMA, you never see that in the locker room. So I'm like, wow, I didn't bring my oils.
Is that true, Emily? You
Yeah,
get oiled up back there?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Oh yeah, the whole back room smells like Thai oil.
Yeah.
No, why? What is that
I
oil?
don't-
Is that a soothing kind
Yeah,
of... You can't be oiled up in MMA. You can be oiled
No,
up in...
you can't. Yeah, so
'cause you're not grabbing.
right. So you'll just see guys laid out, just getting rubbed down by their coaches with oil.
No shit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I actually like it because it's like it's such a like relaxed atmosphere almost. Because
Yeah,
it's like,
well, that's
you
the
know,
kind of the pace, and that's how
right,
Muay
it's so
Thai is.
zen.
It's kind of
It's cool.
wow.
So, yeah, I definitely appreciated that.
They got the incense going on back there and everything like
a
that.
little bit. Yeah, besides, but like for me, like it was just another fight, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But these, like, you know, you got them guys, like, and the women back there getting excited. They live and breathe the Muay Thai, the tradition. They go through, you know, everything.
Right.
A lot of them been to Thailand and everything
Yep.
to see what it's really like. So, Emily, last couple of things. Last words. How we get in touch with you, tickets, all that good stuff, and what do you think the result of Saturday night's going to be on your side?
What do I think the result's gonna be?
Yeah, what do you think? How do you think you're going to do Saturday night?
I'm gonna kick ass.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there any of them, any of the three girls? I'm sure you know all three. Any one of them you looking forward to fighting more than the other?
You know, honestly, like they're all really awesome girls, and I'd be happy to fight any one of them or two of them. So I'm looking forward to it, and we'll probably all be drinking beer together afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Well, Emily, how do we get in touch with you so in case people want to get tickets? Because it's still time. It's 3 days away. It's the biggest Muay Thai event in New England. Throw it out there. Everything. Social media and how we get in touch with you for tickets.
Yeah, so last minute tickets. My Instagram is EmilyKelly_115. That's the best way to get in touch with me for tickets and follow all of my shenanigans.
Excellent. Last thing. Tell Sarah I'll be coming down to talk to her and you. I want a post-fight interview, and I'll probably be getting a post-fight interview with you also. I'll be coming to see you at
Sarah,
City.
Steve wants a post-fight interview with you.
Oh, she's right there.
He's like that.
Yeah, she's in here.
I'm surprised she hasn't yelled something yet or something.
Oh, she just got back from training. She stopped her sushi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, tell her.
She already fought, so she's eating like everything.
She got what was she up to 150 pounds now?
Oh yeah, she's up there, 150.
All right. Well, Emily, we're gonna let you go. We're gonna let you relax. Maybe you'll get rubbed down. I don't know, but we'll see you. I wish you all the luck in the world Saturday night, and you know, bring it, man. It's a big deal. A four women's tournament, 112 pounds. I can't wait to see the feeds. I'm sure everyone's going to be going live for it. So good luck.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, you take care.
Have a good night.
Bye bye. She's like
She's
when
very relaxed.
when I talk to her
Yeah.
and I talk to like Sarah, and
Yeah.
they're all like, you wouldn't know any of them fight. Like
Right.
Kylie was in here, like you don't like. Well, Kylie,
Well, Kylie's
yeah,
nuts.
Kylie looks different. You know, she's different. She's way different.
No, yeah. But I was gonna ask her. I was like, "Are you relaxed or are you like drained from the weight cut?" You know what I mean?
Is
Because
that
it's
what-
like, what's today? Wednesday. So she's got to weigh in on Friday. So I mean, maybe
How much
maybe
you
not.
how much weight you think she cuts?
I'm not sure, but
She's only you know
she's
only,
small.
Yeah, she's thin but kind of tall.
Right, kind of tall.
Yeah.
But I mean, she fought 115 mostly, I think. So now the extra couple pounds.
Oh,
go to
you're right,
112. So I don't know.
But
That could
like
be a thing.
I know a couple of the girls on like she's got the length on a couple of them. So
Yeah,
Fightbook is watching.
yeah, that's.
Didn't you just got interviewed by them? Well, not too long ago. Right? Fightbook.
Fightbook. I did a video with MMA Sucker with Brian,
Oh, Brian Gersh.
but hasn't come out yet. But I'm excited for that to come out. That's gonna be great.
Yeah. What now? How does he? Did he come to the gym?
Yeah,
Like, how
he
did
came to BST and like he like set up everything.
Yeah, he's
And
good.
we
He's
did-
got all that stuff going
We
on.
did a long interview, and then he did like some training like footage and stuff like that. So I've seen his work before, and it's awesome. So I'm really excited to see how it comes out.
Yeah, he does really good stuff,
does.
man. Yeah, he's one of my favorite guys. Like,
Yeah, he's a
the
good
new guy, kind of new, you know.
Yeah, like kind of like the new guy on the block.
Yeah, he came out, and yeah, good for him. So, as far as you got 4 training partners. Well, you and 3 other training partners
lot.
fighting in November.
Yes.
You got you and Chris fighting on the 2nd.
Right.
And then you got Jose Lugo
On the 17th.
along with Taylor, right? Is
Taylor.
Taylor fighting?
And Taylor, yeah. Well, Taylor's pretty much, she's out in New Mexico.
Yeah, she's back at.
So she's pretty much doing her camp out there. But, you know, she's still part of the team, obviously.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, we got Bandana fighting on Cage Titans.
He's on. See, I didn't know he was
Yeah,
on
that just like that's
Were you
like
supposed
new.
to say that?
Nah, whatever. I think they announced
Did
it.
they
on
announce Bandana?
Table Titans. I think.
Oh,
So.
maybe I think I saw him announce it on Facebook.
So I so Bandana's fight. So me, Chris the 2nd, Bandana the 3rd, and then Taylor and Jose. The
How are you
17th.
you're gonna call the fights on the 3rd?
Correct.
So you better
Back to back.
Yeah, you better stay coherent in that
Yeah,
fight. You
so
better
I gotta fight Friday and then commentate Saturday. So hopefully I keep my brain cells together.
So you'll
I've done it before. This is actually my 3rd time doing
Yeah,
it.
I think we talked
Yeah.
about it. How do you fit in your suit? Like you know, because you're 125.
Depends, I know.
Well, I don't know
I
because
go up and down though. Like I got heavy.
but all right. So you weigh in 125.
Yeah.
What do you think you weigh back?
I
What do you
walk
think
in-
you weigh fight night?
I walk into the cage like at least 42, 43.
Okay.
So I
What do you-
put on a good amount.
All right,
By
what's your-
Saturday night, I'll probably be back up to 50-ish.
Okay. So you'll fit normal back in your clothes and shit like that.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, like, you're still kind of like thinned out though. So
Yeah.
Like, my shirts might be a little loose, but it won't be like, you know what I mean? Because there's been other times where I'm calling Cage Titans and like my stuff's like way too tight. And
Is
it's
that
like,
really?
oh no.
Too
Yeah,
much
and I'm like,
pizza after
yeah,
this?
and I'm like, yeah, because I'm like not getting ready for a fight
Yeah.
or anything. So like, I get heavy. Like I'm pretty notorious. So like I remember there was this one night I was wearing a vest and a tie, and the whole night I'm like, oh, this vest is so tight. I gotta take this off. I never took it off, and then later on I looked and I busted a button. I was like, oh god, this is so embarrassing. So yeah, so that happens.
Speaking of clothes, I got a style salute from Kin Moy yesterday.
Did you?
He
Oh,
sent
yeah.
me.
You look pretty good at
He
ammo,
sent
huh?
me. Is this thing going over here? He sent me a thing. He goes, but I gotta show you. Did you see this?
Maybe not.
Because Kin Moy, he said, what did he say? He goes, dude. He goes, because my jacket and my shirt and stuff. I went and bought a bunch of stuff with
Right.
Kin Moy, but now I'm mix and matching, just like you're
Yes,
probably doing.
That's what I do.
You
now.
bring it into your own
Yeah.
style, you know what I mean? He gives, so that's what I kind of did. He goes, oh, dude, he goes, I'm liking it. He goes, I
Yeah.
like the sneakers, so I wore sneakers with my
Sneakers,
suit, right? Or with my, pants. But look, this is the sneakers right here. I'll show you. They were the fuck you sneakers.
Oh, is that what those
Yeah,
are?
they say fuck
That's
you. on it.
awesome.
And I put this picture. I said, did anyone notice my sneakers? And I blew it up right here. And then look at this ring girl right there. She's actually looking at my sneakers down
That's too
there.
funny.
But someone said she was looking at my ass. She
That's
probably
too
was.
funny.
But yeah, that was that. So yeah, let me flash some pictures of fucking that show while we talk about Cage Titans and stuff, because it was a great night. Ammo, I mean, the place was packed. I remember Ammo's first card.
Yeah.
They had like 150, 200 people in the building.
Damn.
They said supposedly sold out. It was 1,500 people in that building.
1,500.
That's what Christine said. She could have. That's how much it holds, and
Right.
it was sold out. When I talked to Louis Serrano, I said, "How'd the show go?" He goes, "It was sold out," and she told me it fits 1,500 people.
Wow.
I mean, that place was rocking.
Wow.
It was
that's
friggin' rocking.
impressive. That's great though. Like that's great to see like other promotions do well. You know.
Yeah,
Because I remember when Ammo had their first card, and like there was like 5 fights or something like that.
yeah, they had to pull someone out of the crowd to do
Yeah.
like jiu-jitsu or something like
yeah,
that.
like it was like. I mean, they
But
had a
there it
pretty
is right
rough
there.
start.
So that was the beginning of the card.
Right.
Mitch Raposo and and Aaron are in there. But there was people. Look,
Like yeah, it's packed. But yeah, no, that's good to see though that.
yeah, this was their 5th card, so good for them that they're doing all
Yeah.
right. They gave me the opportunity to go in there, interview the fighters after,
Right, yeah.
which was friggin'
That's cool.
great for me.
Mhm.
Give me some experience as far as that. Something I always wanted to do, a Joe Rogan thing.
Hell yeah.
So, I'll stay with that. They got their next fight in next card in March.
Okay.
So we'll see what goes on with that. Let me get this out of here.
Cool. Yeah, it's always good to have some nice competition.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when I talked to that guy Dexter, the coach Dexter was about, like, promotions. They got to shuffle fighters around. You know what I mean? Some fighters stay loyal to a promotion, which is great because they're treated well and they like fighting in front of their home crowd or stuff. But you know how it is. Like a card gets over, and there's another promotion calling out to these fighters if they didn't get injured, they had a quick finish or something like that. Even if someone lost in just by submission real quick in the fight, they can actually get on another card like 4 or 5 weeks later.
Yeah, totally.
So there's so many promotions
and then
around.
there's other times where it's like I know at Cage Titans, like there's just like we have too many guys. Like we have such a big card. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like we already have 20 fights, and we still have 10 more guys asking for fights. So it's like, it's
you
nice
can't
that guys
fit
have
them all
other
on
places
there.
to go.
Exactly.
And the schedules kind of line up too, where it's like there's 5 cards in November. Like it's crazy. So
yeah, I don't know, and there's enough fighters to fill them because
I guess so.
we had
everywhere.
they had what they have. They started off with 13 MMA fights.
Yep.
They ended up with 10.
Mm-hmm.
The main event got scratched.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Isaac Steele got hurt in the cage. Not in the cage.
In the cage.
While he was warming up, I was talking to him.
Oh Lord.
He's like, I just met him. He's like, oh yeah, and he was like, promoting my page, sending it to tell everyone to share it because we were gonna go live and everything like that. And he got, not to laugh about it, but he got hurt. The poor kid right before, and the Manly was back there. But what the doctors were talking to me, they was like the camaraderie and the respect between the fighters back there, because Manly and Isaac were like talking, and these guys were like, really humble to each other about not being able to compete. So I guess they're gonna fight again in March or something like that. But I'm sure they'll get on another card before then. Or Manly, he's fresh. He can fight out anywhere.
Yeah,
so
Manly's fought.
It's probably on Neff. He'll be on Neff in another.
Yeah, they could do it at Neff. They could do it in January Reality or something like that.
So
yeah, that's awesome.
What time is it? Well, we're gonna. I want to talk about 2 more things. We get the Halloween party going. I was supposed to show some fights from Saturday, but you know what? That feed got almost, it's like 6,800 views right now.
6,800.
6,800 for a hack like me.
That's a good amount.
Yeah, not bad. Well, it was the fights paid. The fights are what did it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the guys
and promoting it. I think Billy probably in March will probably do something kind of like maybe a Flow Combat, the same thing.
Yeah.
Not for just charge for the fight. I don't know how they're gonna go. You know what I mean?
He can get on Flow Combat.
No, I don't know about Flow Combat, but they might get some kind of.
There's a couple different ones. There's Fight TV, which isn't bad. Yeah. It's kind of like Flow Combat, but instead of a subscription, it's like pay-per-view.
So you pay one price just to see that fight.
Like $10.
It might be, that might be something that he goes for. And if people have to pay it, I don't think you might not see 6,500 people. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know how I always been. I want to get the fights out there, but I don't want to rip off the promotion. If they want to make money off it, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna step on their toes. I'm gonna, I'm at the point now. I obey. Yeah. Kind of like, you remember how I came up, like bootleg and everything.
Yeah, because you kept getting in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. But now you look, a lot of you guys got fights that might not have been recorded.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people in the crowd recordings too. You know what I mean?
There's a couple of them. Yeah.
So we'll see. Streaming's kind of a big thing right now. But I appreciate Ammo for letting me do that.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was great, and it proved that people were interested. You get 65 home, and it's only Wednesday now. The fights were Saturday, and people are still watching them. So
going back,
it's really good. Zachary Surly.
Yeah, I saw
and Carlos Correa. They call the fights. Them fights are going to be coming out.
So that's going to be like their professional.
Yeah, that's going to be YouTubed.
Right,
each fight's going to be separately.
Okay.
Eric Bedard was my guy, but we had a makeshift kind of. I had my tripod and everything. But to get the sound, I had a couple of mics, but it wasn't.
Because I saw they had the headphones.
They had everything, so it's going to be clear and stuff like that. But with them, I think they record the audio and then match the audio with the video. Yeah. So we're kind of doing it all, and it was Facebook. Yeah, you know what I mean, we're doing Facebook Live. You know what I mean? Who cares? Right. if you can't hear us, you see the fight. It's good
Yeah.
enough. You know what I mean?
Not a big deal.
But Mitch Raposo, man,
Unbelievable.
he's turning pro. Where do you think he's
Yeah.
going? Cage Titans?
I
CES?
from what I've
What do you
heard,
know?
I believe it's Cage
The
Titans.
Cage Titans?
But, I don't
In
know.
January?
I don't know. Probably, yeah.
I'm going to see tomorrow. I'm going to Redline. I guess their new facility.
Citadel now.
Is that the name of it? What is it?
Citadel.
So Redline is no.
No, they moved out of there.
Oh, so they're a whole new. So I don't.
Yeah, it's
explain
like-
that to me.
It's like, so you know Eric
Yes,
Wilson?
yes.
So I remember I was actually at Redline like their last night, and they were like moving out of there, and so they've been like working a lot with Florian's. So they closed Redline, and a lot of their guys were kind of going over to Florian's, and then I think so. From what I understand, Eric is like he started Citadel as like this is his gym
Yeah.
or something like that. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know the whole story, but this is his gym now, I
Yeah.
guess. And like they got like all the same fighters. Like,
Okay, 'cause
Okobo's there, Kin's there.
That's how
Don
I'm seeing. I'm
Sheamus.
seeing him tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's turning pro
Correct.
for Cage Titans. I don't know.
Yes.
Does he have a matchup? He'll
He
tell me
does,
tomorrow.
I forget who it was.
All right, because I'll have to look it up because I'm interviewing him tomorrow
Yeah.
and Kin Moy.
Yeah.
Talking to Kin Moy too.
Tim Moy's there too.
So
there you
yeah, great. So I'm gonna talk to them and get some words with them.
Cool.
Jacobo's a big deal, man. He's got fucking.
Dude, he's
He
a
had that
beast.
video come out. He's got like 7,000 views on that.
He's a beast.
Now, what is he? You know, he's turning pro, but what's he? What did he vacate the flyweight title, the amateur flyweight Cage Titans, or the bantamweight?
Well, he won. Well, he must
Doesn't he
have
have two-
vacated both of them now.
No,
Yeah,
I
he
understand,
had
but
two
did he
belts.
have? He had them both,
Yeah, he
right?
had the 25 belt when he beat Cape Cod Cowboy.
and then he beat Williams
and
for
then
the.
he beat Will Smith for the 35
Okay.
belt. So he was a champ.
So he's 125.
Yep.
25
and 35 pound champ, and I believe he's going pro at 25.
All right, cool. So you think he's looking for Mitch Raposo down?
I don't know. I mean,
That was some, chatter here and there
yeah,
at the Emmys.
Mitch wanted to fight him amateur, and I think Jacobo said he wanted to fight him pro. So
there's a
who
minute. All right,
knows?
yeah, all right. So that could be a matchup
Yeah,
down the line.
that could definitely
But
happen.
these are two big profile,
I mean,
soon to be
these are two like
pros that
good.
they
Like-
might want to bring them up and have them beat people
Like
up out of state. You know what I
Jacobo's
mean?
performance against Will Smith was like
kid's
that was like the
phenomenal.
high. That was the highest level striking I've ever seen.
It's
in an
unreal,
amateur
that
fight.
kid, isn't he?
Like the way his feints, everything, his leg kicks, everything he did in that fight
Yeah.
was just. It was like wow, like this kid looks like.
And you
he's
can't take
a
you
high
couldn't
level
take him
pro.
down. He was
Right,
throwing
that was the
everything.
other
He was
thing. Get
stuffing
taken down,
everything.
get right back up,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Didn't get tired.
Yeah.
So he was in great shape, and it's like, I mean, he blew me away in that fight. Like, that was like, wow.
And here's the thing, Emmys. Now they got many more tools
Right.
in the pros. And
Right.
talking to Mitch Raposo, he says, I do decision fight. I get the decisions, but I haven't lost a round. And when I can actually use my tools, throw elbows,
Right.
different things,
Because he's
it's a
grinder,
whole different. And he's been brought up that MMA game. I think.
Yeah, that's
So
the thing. Like,
he got
and he wrestled in high school, but like he was doing MMA when he was like little.
Yeah, he lives and breathes it. And he got
Right.
signed by Top Game Management.
Yep.
First
He's
Emmy.
with Tyson, yeah.
So he's all set.
So he's all set.
Training
man.
with all them
That kid's
beasts
gonna-
and shit, man.
That kid's gonna. He's gonna go.
Friggin'
He's gonna
kill
go
it.
far. Believe you me.
Killing. Well, it's who's this? Fight TV is on Fightbook MMA. Hey, really cheap. All right, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that, my friend. Hey, did you see that? We got 6,500 views there, Fightbook. Well, maybe we can hook something up in March. We can figure it out. But any last words from you? Because we've been going a while. It's almost time to go.
Yeah,
You can talk while I put we have the Halloween party that Tom said I had a show. So that's this Saturday. I don't know, what is that? It's a 21 plus event, so that tells you it's going to be a good time.
Lafayette Club.
Yes. What time's it start?
Where's that in Pawtucket?
Yes.
Dope.
71 Benefit Street, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. I'm not sure. 8 p.m. to close, so it's going to be open till 2 in the morning. Or
Dude.
1 in the morning. 1 or 2, I don't know. I think Pawtucket and Providence are
8
open
to
till
2.
2.
Oh yeah.
So I'll be, Tom and I will be we'll be dressed as something pretty good. We'll see. And we're gonna put a little
That's
video
nice.
together with
Yeah, I
us,
wanna
so
see
it
that.
should
I wanna
be
see the pics.
fun. We're gonna go live with something. It's gonna be
Yeah.
funny. So yeah, what's left for you, brother?
Yeah. I mean,
Well, how far are we out from this fight?
2.5 weeks or something like that. I'm just I'm I just got back from Triforce. Like I train on Triforce
Yeah.
on Wednesdays, and it's just been like between Triforce and Lausanne's, like it's just been like a hotbed. Like everyone's fighting. You know what I
Everyone's
mean?
fucking
Everyone's
animals.
fighting. Everyone's training hard. We've got UFC guys, we've got CES guys, Cage Titans guys, and it's just been great. Like I was just sparring with Andre Sukuntov.
Yeah, he's got a fight. Far's got a fight coming.
He's fighting
Like,
in Canada, October 27th.
Tom Evans is going to that fight. He said. So.
Yeah, so I was just working with him, and I felt great today. Today was a good session.
Good.
Like,
Good.
I feel good. But yeah,
Cerrone in there today?
yeah, Donald's
Cerrone.
in there.
What's he? He's just getting ready. He's just.
Yeah,
What's he
he's
living
like-
in New England
I
for
don't
a couple of
know.
months?
I think
He's
he's here like doing something like a movie or something.
Okay.
So he's just like he's been like I don't know if he goes to City of Tongue anymore, but I see him every time
I
go
saw him
to
at
shows.
FAF. I saw him
FAF. Yep.
everywhere.
working with Dooms.
He's all over.
Yeah, so I see him every Wednesday. I see him at Triforce, and every Saturday I see him at Lausanne.
When I seen
So,
him, he looks
He's
friggin' huge.
You know
Like,
who's huge? Joe Schilling's huge.
he's a monster. I saw him
Huge.
training with. I saw him
was like,
sparring with
whoa.
Fabio.
Yeah,
He made Fabio look like a little
He's
kid.
huge.
I was like,
he's huge.
holy
And
shit.
he's like big, but like not just big, but just like thick.
Yeah.
Like he's just a big
He's just
dude.
a big guy.
And I think he fights at like 185, 170. Like it's
Is
crazy.
he walking around like 220?
I don't know.
He's a
Like,
big
he's a
son
big
of a
dude.
guy.
He's
He's tall
fighting
too, right?
He's fighting in Bellator like the end of November.
Excellent.
I think he's doing MMA too.
Is he?
And, yeah, because he's been going back and forth, but I think he wants to stay in MMA from what I understand.
Good for him.
I guess.
Who else? Mickey Gall.
Mickey
What's going on
too.
with him?
Mickey's been. I don't even know. Mickey's
Fucking
just
all these
been
guys
hanging
are
out
over
with him.
there.
You know
Oh
what I
my
mean?
God.
So like between Joe Schilling, Donald, Mickey Gall,
Yeah.
Andre, Rob,
All
Calvin.
coming through there.
You know what I mean?
It's friggin' nuts.
I'm working with all these
UFC guys.
highest
yeah.
level guys.
Yeah.
So it's so much fun, and it's so the energy is just so high right now because like I said, everyone's fighting, everybody's getting ready. So it's just been amazing. This has been a great camp so far.
Excellent.
So yeah, I mean, especially coming off of this loss, I've just really had to just get my head straight, you know what I mean? Because I was just talking to Randy. Randy's another guy I work with a lot. Randy Costa.
Yes, fighting
And,
on Cage Titans, right?
We were, yeah.
Yeah.
And we were kind of just talking about the weight cut and this and that, and then I was telling him about how in April, it was a pretty rough weight cut. I made the weight. I went through hell to make the weight, and then to lose like that in the first round, to get caught, and then it's you go through this postpartum where it's just I did all that for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
You
For
know what I mean?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that was the April.
And
fight.
that was your first loss. You never felt
That was
that.
my
You
first
never
loss
got that
in the
experience.
pros,
Yeah.
So that one was crazy because it was that camp was so good. It was so perfect. I felt so good. I was training hard. I was working with the best people. The weight cut, it was tough, but I got through it. I made 25. I hadn't made 25 in 2 years.
Yeah.
So it was tough. But I made the weight. Show up on fight night. Everything seems like it's going according to
You good?
plan, and then it's just one
Didn't
little
you
thing.
kind of? Well, did you just got
He-
caught with a kick?
yeah, he
But
caught
didn't
me
you catch
with a
him
body
with
kick.
something like a kick?
Yeah, I threw a front hook kick that got the crowd's attention.
And then
which
you
was
got a
pretty
little too.
yeah,
loose
so
in
then I
there.
kind of jumped in, and
Yeah.
then he kind of ducked me on it because he was kind of weird. He had his hands down and was kind of fighting like this.
Mhm.
So he just kind of ducked under me and threw a little kind of like a jabby kick, he put his toes.
And
right
it
there.
just went in
It was
there.
just the toes right there, and I was like, ugh! And I was like, oh, I can't breathe.
And he seen
So
it.
so then he swung at me, and then I go down, and then next thing I know, he's got me in a guillotine.
He's just
You
like,
know what I
fuck.
mean? And I actually went out too. If you watch the video, I
Yeah,
didn't realize it was so quick. He put me in the guillotine, he threw me over, and then he lets me go. My head literally just smacks the canvas. So it was wow, I went out too. So yeah,
It's experience, experience. You know what I mean?
So
Grow.
coming off of that loss and having that feeling of like, you know, is this like was this worth it? Like,
You start down, it's
right,
down
and
things,
you get those doubts, and then you get frustrated, and you know, like at the time, like I'm like, oh, like I want to fight on the New York card, like 2 weeks later.
You want to get back
Right.
into
So like,
it,
and then that doesn't happen. Then I want to fight in June, and then that doesn't happen, and then I take this fight in July, I lose again, and then I want to fight in August, that doesn't happen. So then it's like now I'm like 6 months removed, and I still haven't fought.
when
So
you were
it's just-
used to fighting every 2-3
so
months,
I'm used
right?
to, like, getting ready all the time, and I'm just like, all right, well, you know what? This time off has kind of been, you know, I've been kind of been able to enjoy myself. I enjoyed my summer. You know, I went to Vegas. I had a good time
You
out there.
went to see them guys fight there.
Yeah, so I went to Vegas. I got that experience. That was a lot of fun, and I just, you know what I mean? Like I was just able, like this whole time, I've been able to kind of clear my head and kind of like get back into it and just get rid of the doubts and just, you know what I mean? Because it was like when I lost my first 3 fights.
Amateurs.
Yeah, so like going into that third fight, I remember just thinking like I actually, like, I was looking through my Facebook memories, and one of my statuses was like, you know, this is my third fight. Like, this is a big fight. This might be it.
Like if
Yeah.
I do,
Right.
do or die right
Because
here,
I
right?
was kind of going into that fight
Yeah.
thinking, like, if I don't win this fight, like, do I keep going? You know what I mean? So I lose the fight, and then, like, just out of nowhere, George books me another fight. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And then it was after that third loss, I was kind of just like, you know what, like, if I win or lose,
That's when you kind of took the pressure off.
right.
Off
So I took that pressure
Yeah.
off myself.
Kind of like probably what's going on now.
Right.
Like
That's what
you're
I'm
getting
saying.
back. You're back to enjoying
back to,
it,
like, you
wanting
know,
to kind of
it's-
enjoy it.
Yeah, it's like, don't put that, because like going into that fight, 6-0, top guy in the weight class, top guy this, that.
Never been to a third round.
Never
right?
been to the third round. I'm talking like, you know, I want to get on the contenders.
Yeah,
I want to
you-
get on
you-
the fucking.
if you
I want to
won-
get on that Boston.
You
card.
that was a big fight, like
Right.
a pressure fight. Because
So
if
that
you
was
won
big.
that fight, you probably thought you were gonna win. You know what I mean?
I mean, at 7-0. With,
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean?
You
I
were
would've
about- yeah.
been like, all
Yeah.
right, let's start talking to,
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
what's his name?
Ariel Wani.
No, fucking, it's the matchmaker's name. I already forgot.
Oh, I can't. Oh,
Not Dana, the other.
no,
guy.
I know what you mean.
But yeah,
But,
so
just
it's
Sean
like,
Shelby.
Sean Shelby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, let's start calling. You know, at 7-0, I would
Yeah,
have been like,
exactly.
let's
They
start-
had the eyes.
We gotta
eyes
start
around
talking to
you.
Sean
Yeah,
Shelby.
definitely.
You know what I mean? So it's like I have all this in the back of my head, and then it's like I put all this pressure on myself. Like, oh yeah, I win this one. Like, we're going to the big shows. You know what I mean? And then everything just comes crashing
Yeah.
down. And it's kind of like I lose, and then I'm kind of like, all right, let's take a step back. Like, we just gotta like enjoy it.
But then you learn
know?
to enjoy life again. Like you
Right.
said, you
So
got you. All right.
I got to
removed
enjoy
from
life. I
fight.
went on
But
vacation.
you're also
and-
you were still in the fight games because you're still all around fighters. You're calling fights.
Yep.
You're there, so it
Always.
isn't like
I
you're
mean,
away from
this
the
is
game.
my life.
Exactly.
Like, this is my life.
Exactly.
This is what I do.
You're still yeah.
You know what I mean? But as far as fighting myself is different than like being around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like now, like going into this fight, I kind of have to be like, all right, like let's not put so much pressure on it. Let's just go in and have fun. Whatever happens, happens. Like, you know. it is
And
what it
Chris
is.
Mutino, your training partner, went the same thing. He
Yeah.
was on a he was 4-0.
Yeah, he's
Or
4-0.
so he lost
loses
2 in a row. Real like fluky kind of things that
Yeah, just like getting caught in
Yeah.
stupid things.
And-
you know.
you've seen probably what he was going through. It was probably
Right.
just kind of the same thing.
Yep.
And then he just come back with 2
Right.
wins.
He
You know what I mean? He
comes
had a
back 2
big
huge
knockout, and he just had. I mean, that was a decision win.
Yeah, and
that last
kid-
fight, but that was a
kid
great fight.
kid
Yeah, that guy
no
was
joke.
really good.
That kid was
really.
I was
good.
actually nervous about that.
Yeah, during that fight.
That
Like,
kid was no joke.
were you nervous before the fight started, or while it was going on? You were like, "Wow, this
Before.
kid."
I was
yeah.
I wasn't happy with the matchup.
Yeah, is that it?
I was
Right.
kind of like, we really gonna take this fight, you know?
Kid was legit, but good for him. You know what I mean?
But
Good
then
for
I
Chris.
mean, his Chris can beat anybody.
Yeah, he can.
Like, he really can beat anyone just because of just his tenacity and his he just has that attitude. Like, he's not gonna stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, he can beat everyone, but you know he gets caught.
yeah, he just got
Like
you
in
know,
those 2
shit happened.
fights, like he just got caught in stupid.
And he was actually doing all right in the fights,
Right, yeah.
up until that point
Yeah,
too. He
yeah,
was like,
totally.
he slammed the hell out of. I don't
Yeah.
know if it was Garcia or the other
Garcia
dude. Yeah,
tossed him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good for him. He's back. He's on the card.
So he's back.
So
ready
he's a
to go.
monster. So everything's everything's back
So
on track, man.
yeah,
You're
everything's
busier
going
than you
good.
were before. You got Lion Fight, you
Oh,
got
yeah.
Cage Titans, as always, but
Yeah.
you know,
So,
now you're back in the fighting game,
yeah, fine.
the MMA fighting game. So
Yeah, and
I'm
I'm back to enjoying it too.
Yeah.
And not putting that pressure on me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as soon as it like feels like a job, then that means there's something wrong. Like, this shouldn't feel like a job. I do this because I love it.
Yeah.
You know, the money's cool, but I don't make a lot of money doing this.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, not yet. But I just love doing it. Like, I would do fighting like no matter what. Like, even if I like wasn't like right now, like I'm legitimately like trying to make a run at this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to go to the top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm young. It's the right time.
Mhm.
I think I have a chance. But even like if this wasn't the same situation and I didn't have such a great record, I would still fight just to fight, just because I love it.
Yeah.
I would still train. I would still train people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always going to be involved in this.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I'm just so dedicated to the sport. This is just what I do. This is my life. So, yeah.
Excellent. Well, you're a great ambassador of the sport. You
Yeah.
know the sport. You call the
Exactly.
sport.
I
You
love
know the
it.
ins and outs of the
Yes.
sport. You're training with the best, some of the best of the best of the
Yeah.
sport, and even the up and comers that
Yes.
are going to be our future. You know what I mean? You got all these beasts coming up, so it's a good time to be in MMA,
Great.
in and out of the cage. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm having a ball.
Yeah.
This is a hobby to me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I got a regular job. I mean, this
I wouldn't mind
You
doing
li-
what you do.
you
Like,
live and
I
breathe.
do
You
it.
know what I mean? What?
Yeah.
We're gonna what?
Yeah, even if like I was like in your shoes doing your stuff, I would love that too.
Yeah, it's just I'm just involved. I'm a part of it. Which
I'm always
is
gonna be involved.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Always
So
gonna be
no matter, even when you're done fighting down the line, you'll be
Right.
doing the commentary. You might get signed. You might be in the UFC
Who
commentating
knows?
before you're out fighting, or
Could
at
be.
the same
I
time.
hope so.
You know, that's with the UFC and Bellator. They have fighters doing the commentary
Right,
and
yeah.
everything involved in
Yeah,
there now.
yeah. So
Who's
I mean,
who better to
yeah,
be
and
part of it?
I'm gonna be like the one fighter that's gonna be like, hey, I got the experience, so sign me up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So it's like I'm the guy already, you know.
Awesome.
So
Well, we're 3 weeks out
yes,
or so.
Can't
Big event coming.
can't wait.
God, it's gonna. Eyes will be. I hear Gotti's not gonna be probably on the Access TV card.
I mean,
I don't think they want to throw him on there yet. I think they want.
you can't. I mean, there's just. I mean, you've seen this card.
Yeah, he's only what 2-0.
Yeah,
you know,
'cause
even
it's
with a
like-
big name, but
Yeah, it's like I understand he's a big name, but it's like at the end of the day, he's 2-0.
Yeah.
And you know, like you got guys on there that are like got 20 plus
Oh, yeah.
fights. You know, it's crazy.
you got
so
Parker Porter
Yeah.
on there. You got
Right.
heavyweights Keith Bell
so
coming
it's
in.
like who do you bump? You know.
What are we gonna wear? There is a poll going on right
Yep.
now. There's not a huge amount of votes, but CES put the poll up there.
Oh, did
Who
they?
wins who?
Yep.
You're winning 71% right now.
Yeah.
Keep sharing
Probably.
it. But look at this.
Yeah.
Dennis Piper's fighting Tony.
Gravely.
Yeah.
That's an awesome fight.
21% for Piper.
Really? I didn't see that.
And there's like 265 votes.
No way. Dude,
He's
Tony's
79%.
no joke. Tony's a savage.
So is Dennis Piper the underdog? Is he going to be
He
the
could be.
underdog in this
Could
car,
be.
in this fight? I mean, there's a lot of time left, but the poll, I don't know. I think the poll's got 5 days left to it.
Yeah.
But they got about 243 votes, and he's down. Like, what's going on? Who is this guy? I gotta go look him up.
Tony's no joke. I don't know if you've looked him up. I called one of his fights.
Yeah,
He fought Manny.
Manny Bermudez.
Yes.
Okay.
Manny kind of smoked him, but
Who doesn't?
yeah, Manny. Well, I was actually kind of nervous at first for Manny because Tony's like this big fucking.
Yeah.
He's ripped, huge dude. So he comes in, shoots in on. He's wrestler, so he shoots in on Manny, picks him up over his head, slams him down, and I'm like, oh, this could be a rough.
Yeah,
night for
yeah,
Manny.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then Manny does what he does and put him in a
Just put him
triangle.
in there, just snake them up.
But you know what was crazy was since that fight, he's won like 6 or 7 fights.
Yeah.
Like this kid is just traveling around fighting all over the place. You know, I think he has the KOTC belt.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's got a KOTC belt already. So that's such a good fight. Like I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, good for Dennis.
Yeah.
That he's getting that match. Get that title
Yeah.
chance again because he did. Andre Ewell, who just had a big
He
win.
was winning.
He was winning that
I
fight,
thought he
and he
was
got
winning
caught.
that
He was
fight.
he was winning that fight,
And Andre
and he got
Ewell
caught.
looked good in his UFC debut.
Didn't he look really good? Good. He's a good kid. You know what I mean? Good,
Oh my
good
God,
kid.
nicest guy ever.
Isn't he?
Yeah,
He's
I met him at
unreal.
the weigh-ins.
So funny and everything. Like, he's a
Wicked
good guy.
funny. If you
Just a
follow
good
him
guy.
on Instagram,
Yeah, it's like he's
funny
dancing
dude.
away and everything
Yeah,
else. He's
always
just a
wearing his
character.
cowboy boots.
And I had him on here. The guy was like, almost broke, like just about broke
Yeah.
going into Brazil.
Right.
And now he's
Yeah,
got a
I think he got,
3-fight
did he get the
contract.
bonus? He might have gotten the bonus.
I'm not
I
sure,
don't know.
but
That would've been great.
good for him.
Yeah,
He's
no,
on his
got
way
that
up, and
contract.
had nothing but great things to say to Dennis. And
Yeah.
and he said if it wasn't me, it would have been Dennis in that
Right.
spot. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So Dennis wins this fight. Who knows?
Yeah.
You win your fight. Who knows?
Who knows?
What happens to Cage Titans if you go to UFC?
I mean, I'll try to keep
You're
doing
gonna
it.
try to do it. Well, I mean, you know how them fights.
Yeah,
every 4 months they're gonna have to like work the Cage Titans events around you. If you get to the UFC.
Because it's like whenever Cage Titans and CES fall on the same weekend, it works out. Because
Yeah.
it's Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
But UFC's are on Saturday,
Mhm.
so it's like.
I doubt they'll
I
have
might
a fight
yeah.
on that. Mike would work around that.
Yeah, well, actually, this one, there's a pay-per-view the same night, and we're gonna watch it at the bar afterwards.
Oh, at the after
yeah,
party.
yeah.
Cool.
So at the after party.
Well, I'll be at. Well, it's it'll be a busy weekend for me. I put the nights off
That's
because
gonna be a busy weekend.
I'll be doing weigh-ins with you guys.
Yep.
I'll be
CES.
CES Friday, and then I'll be at Cage Titans on Saturday.
Yep.
So
Cool.
that's cool. All right, my friend. God, we went off. Well, 2 hours just about.
Hey.
But Jesus, everyone's
That's all
sleeping
right.
at now.
Yeah,
right.
everybody's asleep. They can watch
So-
it tomorrow.
The last thing I'm gonna put on is this little path walk I got on there. All right, people, we're out of here. Next week, I'm gonna be talking CES, really CES. I'll have
Okay.
Tom Evans in here.
Cool.
We'll be talking about years. Will be ringing.
Nice.
Keith Bell's gonna call in.
Bad news.
He's gonna call in. He's gonna talk about Greg Rebello. It's because he said when he gets here, he trains with at Triforce.
Okay.
So he's gonna go to Triforce and train with them
okay.
guys like when he flies in, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
3 or
yeah.
4 days before the fight.
Nice,
So
okay.
get some work in with
Cool,
them.
cool,
So you
cool.
probably see him.
Yeah, I probably will.
I don't know. At that late of the game, you might be all BST at that point, right?
Nah, I'll probably keep going.
Up until that last week
Yeah,
before
just-
fight.
Just because I like the way things have been going.
Good.
You know, I don't want to stop
Don't
going.
break it.
You know, so
All right, my man.
I'll probably be there.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank
Always.
you.
Thank
As
you,
always.
man.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime, man.
Yeah.
But I'll be seeing you soon.
We still got to get you on our podcast. That's the thing.
I know.
I told them too because there was this one Monday where they didn't have a guest.
That I saw him saying, "Does anyone want to come on?"
And I was
tonight?"
like-
I was like,
and then it was too late. But I was like, oh my god.
I would have went on a
Steve.
second. Yeah, you should let me know because it's Monday. I can come down any Monday.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, we'll definitely have. To,
I know
we'll
you
have
know.
to figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. When a couple of fighters that kind of I get along with.
Yeah.
Actually, I get along with everyone now. I don't have a problem with not one person.
Good.
A couple of fan followers out there that jump on fighters and shit like
Who
that.
cares
But
about that?
no, I have a problem with no one. Everything's
Good,
going
good,
great
good.
for me.
Nice.
So work's going good. Girlfriend's going good. Kids are going good.
Beautiful.
The room's all right. So
The room's awesome.
everything. Still a work in progress. This fucking all this shit. I think.
Upgrades. I love
It's
it.
not, you
Like,
know-
You got that fancy mic now too.
Yeah,
too.
isn't that freaking
That's
great,
beautiful.
man? It's awesome. Ricky, you see all that shit right there? I got soundboards, I got mics in there,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
never even used it. It's all brand new in the box. Everything's brand. I
Yeah.
should talk to Mike Paul there. Mike, I got some 8 tracks here and everything.
he might be
Some
able to help you
mixes.
out.
Talk to me. So with that said, we
let's wrap this
out
thing
of
up.
here. I'm just gonna put this path walk on here because it's gone. Where'd it go? Everything kind of disappeared. I don't know where it went. Oh, it's gone. All right, screw it. All right, from the Room Podcast, let me end it right here. Later. That's it.
And we are out.